Don't you hit that button.
I did it. It's too late. We're live.
I wasn't ready.
It's red. You're all camera now.
Too late, beats. Too late.
Hi. It's us.
Hello. I was the reason we were late. I was the reason we were late.
I didn't even have to call her out. You see that?
Yeah,
I was telling them I was going to make
it takes time to become this beautiful, guys. Like,
rub it in, bitch. Rub it in. So, I figure we should let our guest go ahead and self-promote a little bit because he's thebomb.com. And if you don't know who this bitch is, get out from under your rock, please.
Okay, let me find my rock.
Brianna, you're awful. You're fired. I'm just kidding.
Well, let me offer you.
Fire me.
Let me offer you a helping hand out of that rock. Hi, my name's Nathan. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm currently located in southern Michigan, but I've spent the past 6 years in Salem, Massachusetts, and there I trained in Initiatory Witchcraft, in a mixture of Gardnerian-based, but my main tradition is the Minoan Brotherhood, where I'm a Minos, and I'm training initiates furthering that tradition within that group. I also trained with official Witch of Salem, Laurie Cabot, and went through the Cabot tradition. So I've got my hands on a bunch of different sort of things, but experienced the lifestyle of being a full-time psychic medium and a full-time witch in Witch City. And that was my life until very recently. So I'm really excited to be doing what I've always been doing, but anywhere that I want to do it in the world. But to bring some of that Salem magic and some of that Salem history and folklore and practice to all you guys today. So hello. So one more thing, I do have my own business. It is Witch Path Readings. Ta-da.
The link is in the description below. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, it's in the description above. Y'all welcome.
You may get one of these nice Vanna White moments every time a shot happens, just for that shameless self-promotion.
Gesture to you.
Ooh.
There we go.
Yeah, and she did her own designs, so I'm very excited that I got to really do my own thing. Really, like it's always great. I always recommend you gotta love what you do, and if you have a talent, just do it. It's so much easier if you just do it, and if you just show up. Showing up is half that work. So 10 out of 10 would highly recommend.
Yes, great advice.
Just
do it.
Just do it.
Just don't do it, as Mark says.
Yeah. No.
Just do it with protection. Always.
It's not okay to be okay.
That too. Very valid.
All right. So should we do the video first and then say what we're drinking and all the things? Priestess in red. You weren't late. Everyone else was just early, Bree.
Right? I love it.
She encourages you.
Yeah.
She does, and I love it. I'm not mad about it.
Exactly.
So video first. Get the video
So
out.
As
we're
we
gonna roll
established
up the
last week, we are best friends, and she has no way out. That's how this works.
She is trapped forever.
Against her will. Got it. Is that how a Scorpio makes friends? Anthony wants to know.
Yes.
Yes.
You're my friend, and you have no choice. Duh.
Okay, no consent needed. Gotcha. Wow.
So,
All right.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Roll the beautiful bean footage for everyone, please.
Yeah, Nathan.
Ooh, she's so fancy.
Thanks. No, it's not. There it goes. Mark, it never lets, like, for whatever reason, it mutes everybody but you.
Because I'm special.
When you laugh, everybody hears it. So I always try and remember, I don't want him to say anything that will embarrass himself. So I try and mute you. That's why it.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. It's funny. I just thought it was funny.
I'll embarrass myself by the end of the night anyways, so it's fine. It's not like I don't have a choice.
You still get
Hello?
embarrassed?
What?
You still get embarrassed?
No, I mean, no.
I thought we were all past that.
I can't type with these on. It's very hard.
Oh. Well, Nathan, I guess we'll start with you. What are you using to divine, and what are you drinking?
Yeah. All right. So I'm using a chef's salad of things to read with. The two main things that I'm using is Robinwood Tarot. Love the Robinwood Tarot. Really simplistic, gorgeous, and what I like to call robust imagery because it's like in your face and the colors are bold and they're highly saturated. It's just a really deliciously like pagan deck as well. It put in all that witch imagery and that pagan imagery that I love. The next thing that I got though is I have a charm set. So I usually just pick up the charms at random. There. Cool. And I'll just pull. I'll see what comes up for somebody as they ask a question. And based on what I pull, they get some meaning, they get some symbolism, they get some stuff. So it's kind of like bone throwing, but it's a little different over this format. So
it's like a witchy charcuterie board. Yes, it is.
A little witchy charcuterie board. And then I'm drinking some Captain Morgan spice rum with some Coke, some old-fashioned nonsense happening up in here.
Yummy. That sounds delicious.
It's very nice.
Yum, yum. Brianna, your next girl.
Is it me?
It's
me. Well, this evening I have this. It's a salted caramel apple. It's salted caramel crown and apple cider. It is fantastic. You can have it hot or cold. I prefer it cold. Some people hit up the cider so you can have it warm. Make it like a hot toddy style, I guess, if you're feeling pretty chilly. And when I run out of that, I have orange juice to mix with my small bottle of vodka here.
Small
bottle.
With your head.
Plus, that's what I'm shooting. So
nice. And what are you reading, Dia?
I am reading my runic tarot because I love them, and I'm obsessed.
Sweet. Love it. Mark?
Me?
You.
Is it me?
You,
It's
Jesus.
me. I'm. Is it me, Jesus? I'm drinking a very special drink tonight.
Special drink.
It's called The Void. No.
It's called The Void.
It's the call of the void. No, it's not. Can I say what it is, Nathan?
Yeah.
Okay. It is actually the Black Flame cocktail for tomorrow.
Oh.
Gemini Grey Wolf. You should totally look into it because it's amazing.
Yep.
Did we just get one?
I did, yes.
Oh, no. Yep.
Here we go. Here
West.
we go.
Oh, yeah, that's right. West is that's probably a good
always
idea.
number one. Yep, sure did.
Ooh, he has a date. Spicy. I want all the details.
Later, text us.
So,
I'm reading.
Oh, yeah, what are you reading? Sorry.
The Big Dick Tarot, as I call it. So there's that.
Which is actually by... Shoot, what is his name?
Yes.
Jinx, something.
Saint Jinx.
Saint Jinx, that's right. I knew it was Jinx something. I knew it. I was like, You can find Saint Jinx, I Can Speak, on Instagram, and I highly encourage
It's okay. Everything gets harder as the night goes on. Finding the camera, speaking, looking at the camera. Things are hard.
Reading, counting even. That's just... Whew.
Remembering, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I smoked my memories away. I don't remember anything.
I don't want them.
Good for you.
Well said.
Like, what are they? Nathan said, "What's a
Good
memory?"
for you.
looking at. I'm in the perpetual present. It's a weird place, but it's fun.
Yay!
Yay!
I should try that
The
sometime.
PB tarot. Exactly.
I am reading my sassy. It's like Rider Waite, but it's the Radiant Wise
Ooh.
Spirit Tarot, which I've also
Is that
defaced.
one-
So sorry if anybody gets offended that I've defaced these cards. They're just old.
They're
and-
yours.
Yeah,
What you look at them?
Love the backing on
You can
them.
deface them.
right.
Ugh.
Isn't it juicy?
Yes. Those
Yes.
Tudor roses and those lilies speak to my
Right.
witchy soul.
And I like that you can't tell if they're, because some
Right.
decks, they don't think about that, and that irritates me. But this,
Mhm.
perfect. And I'm drinking this apple, what is it? Apple cranberry sparkling juice with this whiskey because I'm just, it's almost gone. I might as well drink it. And I'll either
That's
yeah,
not a clear
might as
tip.
well finish it. And I'll either shoot this to finish or I'll shoot the Malibu. And if I run out of the juice, I'll drink wine, a cheap wine. So that's what we're doing. So yeah. Thanks, priestess. Me either.
You would think
Same.
English wasn't our first language. Language? Languish? I don't know.
What was that?
Whatever. Language.
What was that?
I don't know.
So yeah, if anybody here is new, Mystic Moon says they finally got this to work. Yay, awesome, welcome. So we're gonna do readings for anybody in the chat. I think we've got 5 starred already. So yeah, our Cash App names are running below, so you can tip your readers to get them tipsy. Speaking of which, I've already got one, cilantro.
Name? Launcher?
Cilantro.
Tasty. So thanks for that, West. And if we're ready, Maestro, I'm ready when you are. I think we're good. Oh, you did? You did? Oh, Nathan, I'm being told you should check your Cash App for a shot.
Oh,
He's like, oh,
He's like,
oh,
what?
thank you. Yep, here we go. Thank
he's like,
you,
oh,
Anthony.
shit.
So to the first one of the night, to the gods,
Down the hatch.
to laughter, wit, and wine. Thank you all.
Well,
Down.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that last name because I know
yeah,
I will butcher
I
it.
don't want to butcher it, so I'm just gonna call you Lily, and that's a very pretty name.
Lilio.
Okay, so I had my shot. Now I take it that I answer a question for somebody.
Well, we
How does this work?
actually, so we typically just go down the list. So as soon as Anthony's ready, bam. And
Ooh,
we-
Priestess in Red, new best
we-
friend.
We just hit him, boom, boom, boom. I've got Anthony to the side of me here. He keeps track of our questions. Thank you. Priestess.
Anthony is the man behind the curtain. He's the one that makes this all run smoothly.
Yay! Thank you, Anthony.
He's the DB
Easily as possible.
for DB. You see what I did there?
What'd you
No.
say?
I said Anthony's the DD for DD.
You're cheeky. Mystic Moon. When not just Mystic Moon, but anybody. If you have a question that you want answered or you want just a general reading, put it in all caps so Anthony can find it later. And it just makes it go a little faster.
Thank you.
What she said.
That way we don't miss nobody.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are doing for Priestess in Red. Ooh, a love reading right off the rip. I love them.
And it's a love reading. That's so cute.
Ooh.
Not even just a love reading, it's a spicy love reading. Spicy is my middle name.
It is? No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Ooh. Okay.
Spicy. Middle name Spice. Add a little bit of spice.
And a little bit of
You know, that Scorpio energy, it just makes this extra spicy.
Yes. We starting with Mark?
Yo, he's in row 1.
Sorry.
Uno,
Okay.
Nuno.
So I got
Oh, God.
the Hanged Man. Appreciate
Ooh.
the card. This is a card all about letting go, new perspectives. So previously with your love readings, it's that card to me is representing you should look at things in a new perspective. Try something new.
Hey.
Maybe I don't want to say experiment a little, but experiment a little. You know what I mean?
Experimenting and testing all the waters.
Yeah, exactly. Surrender yourself. Let go. Look at things from a different point of view. That kind of thing. So there. Go ahead, Nathan.
So I have the Ace of Cups, which, let's appreciate the dove, the nice, yeah.
Ooh, pretty.
Overflowing. We're talking about the beginning of a love possibly coming. Your heart is open. I think you're ready for it. I really do. Dare I say, maybe you're looking, girl, you looking. So, yeah,
DT.
like I what?
What?
Yeah.
I said you DTN?
Yeah. Period. Period.
Oh my God, please don't. No.
So I'm gonna say keep your heart open. It'll come to you, but try not to rush into things, because if you rush into things,
who is that?
Very well.
Oh, okay, another one. Just because, I guess.
Thank you, Wes, again.
Thanks, Wes.
Isn't he supposed to be on a date? Like, unless these are coming with updates with
Are we the date?
Pay attention. Ooh, are we the date?
Important to him. This is obviously more important to him.
Show your date. Show us to your date.
Right? Be like, here, you need to be here every other Saturday.
To your date, Wes. May it be fruitful. Cheers.
Oh, and Nathan?
Huh?
New Nathan.
Not Nathan.
New Nathan. Okay, the other Nathan started out going Slancha. Mark changed it to cilantro. So now the whole DD thing is cilantro when you take a shot.
Cilantro.
Yeah. So if you ever get confused,
just to explain that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't speak.
Forget about that backstory. I thought I started saying slancha and he just couldn't.
He couldn't. So it's cilantro.
Too far gone. That's what I do. It's my thing. It's kind of my thing. I get too far gone.
Oh, I'm handing by the way, I'm done. So there you go.
Thank you. So I got King of Pentacles, and I think this is a great card for you. And I think anytime I get to the third card at any point in a reading, threes for me are always about like helpers, right? There are helpers. It's about our structure. Threes are like this symbol of totality. So I think for you, what's going to help you the most in your spicy love life is your confidence. It's this idea, be a king, sit in your throne, have your crown, take your power, but understand that fullness comes from fullness. So by taking those risks, by getting out of your comfort zone, fullness is still coming from fullness. There's never anything that's half empty here. So this is about self-worth. This is about confidence. But yeah, just do what you do and do what you do best and have that confidence to show that off to the world, because that's the only thing that at this point is going to make that garden flourish so far, which is great, because if you got that going for you, there's nothing stopping you.
You hear that, priestess in red?
Yeah. And it's going to be spicy. And it's specifically, it's got a lot of masculinity around it too. We're talking about that earthy king. So they may not communicate very eloquently, or they may not be as active in communicating as you may want them to be. But deep down, there's somebody there for you who I think is really rooted into your wants, your needs, and in valuing you and not as they want you to be, which is always, when we're talking about relationships, that can be the worrisome thing, right? People want you to be a certain way instead of just accepting you as you are, right? And attraction bias can do that right off the bat. So when we're talking about spice, it's nice, but is it nutritious?
Oh, I know. I probably shouldn't eat nearly as much spice, but did you see Allie's comment?
I said
Very gently.
Did you have to give us the visual though?
He did.
Yeah, I did.
He's got
did.
technique.
You're welcome, Allie. You're welcome.
Do you have
Love
to
you.
do like this sort of thing? Is that how that works?
No,
Was
it's
it-
just one.
Oh,
Because you
so
can't go
only
back in
just-
twice.
Got
If you
it,
go back in
got
twice, if you go back in twice, you risk the nails punching through the already,
Oh my god. Are we done? Are we done? Moving on.
You're done.
Oh,
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
and we're canceled. Oh gosh. Oh, Brianna,
All right.
I think it's your turn, girl.
Well, they may be coming, but from the death card here,
Mm.
Is it reversed?
it is reversed.
I mean,
Let me see if I can get my lighting to act. Oh, there we go. Can we see it now? My lighting's acting funny.
yeah.
Ooh, let me get closer.
It's the spooky dookie wipe.
Ooh.
We got the old man.
All right. So reversed, it says reluctant to change, obsessive thoughts, hold yourself back, stuck in repetition, keep useful habits. So those mentionings, it makes me think that maybe you're going into this, but you're not fully like committing to it. You're worried that, okay, they seem like they're right for me. They seem like the right path, but your thoughts of what happened previously or what's stopped you before is getting in your head and trying to just eat away at you, basically. But the rune that's on that one, I don't know if you guys could see. They don't have reverse meanings for the runes on these cards.
Oh yeah.
It's on Sue's, it says transition and divine forces are at work. So to me, it's going to be a transition period. It's going to take some work into this relationship that you're looking for, whether it be work on your end, work on their end. It's not for me to say, but there's something out there that's helping you push you toward whatever it is you're looking for. So you're headed the right way. Just try not to get in your own way.
Encouragement.
Yes.
It's me.
You got this. You are the queen.
You are
And
the
you
princess
In red.
in
Why-
red.
You said, to quote Lion King, you see everything the sun touches? It's yours, including the shadows.
I thought it was.
We don't leave out the
excluding-
shadows. We like the shadows.
I was gonna say I thought it was excluding the shadows.
No, we like the shadows. The things that hide in the shadows are the best.
Spooky shadows.
I hide in your shadows. What?
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 I take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Next. That starred list really does help, doesn't it? I would like a reading about letting go and advice about that, please. Don't ask me. I'm a Cancer.
Oh, letting go? Just don't think about it anymore. Just like Nathan over here, just smoke it away. Smoke it away and you don't have to deal with it.
Gone.
What'd you say? What was that? What was the question?
So,
Anthony said, I think there's a song about that.
no, this is a real emotion, and I'm right there with you, Caitlin Black. This year especially, a lot of big
Except for the
things,
shadows.
a lot of big things, a lot of grief, and grief, not just grief of like those who have gone and family members who may have passed, but like a lot of, I think it's almost as hard, if not harder, to grieve the living that are no longer in our lives. Because there's not that same community comfort and community validation around having to grieve a living person, even though we're still grieving them, right? So you are seen, and I hope you enjoy this reading.
Yes.
Yes.
He's so nice. I like him.
Right? He's such a doll.
I try.
Whereas my advice is why would we let go? Little crab over here is like, no.
Mine.
Yeah.
I'm an Aquarius, so when it comes to letting go, I'm like, maybe, and then it goes to the thrift shop, and then we go back to the thrift shop, we buy it.
I'll give it one more chance. And then
one more time, and then we let it go, and then it's gone.
You're like, yeah. Aquarius says, one more. You got the scissors. Snip, snip.
What's the matter with these scissors? The thread won't cut.
The threads won't cut.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Maybe that's how I should think of the crab claws more, as our scissors. We'll just cut everything. Let go of more. Whenever you're ready, Mark, kick us off.
Sorry, I had to pick this up. I got the Ace of Wands in reverse. So this to me is saying that there was an emerging idea. You had a lack of direction. You had some distractions, and you also had some delays. That could be pointing to the letting go, where you were trying to let go, but then something happened and it kind of distracted you, and you kind of got off that course, and you were like, wait, what's going on? Like, you got confused there for a second. So you were distracted.
Distraught.
Pastrami. Wait.
Distraught.
No.
Understandably, though.
Understandably, yeah. Nathan?
So I got the Queen of Swords, which I was like, ooh, we haven't seen her in a hot minute. She's a face card. Oh, and she's in reverse. So I went to my book here for some inspo, and I actually really like what it says. So it says, for the reversed meaning, not finding the words to express yourself, which again, understandably, and that kind of aligns with what Mark's card was saying. But there's also a little bit of advice here. Write down the points of an important conversation to organize your thoughts, and in order to express yourself to be effective. So that could, obviously, I don't really know what, and you don't have to say, Caitlin. I don't know if maybe you did lose somebody, or maybe there was a situation that, like me, like my mind went to, maybe she had a situation that upset her and she just can't let it go, because that's the Cancerian in me, just like, assuming that you're like a water sign like me. But anyway, either one of those situations
are the best.
She's not biased, Scorpio. I think that the advice, writing down a conversation, whether that be with yourself or with the other person that may be involved, or other people that may be involved. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh,
gotcha.
That's tough.
So I think that the writing of the conversation, that could just give you a little bit of closure and maybe help with that letting go that you're looking for, help you move on from that situation. But that's all I got to say about it. That's our advice, me and this little booklet here. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to just pass it right up.
All right. So I have
the skill right there. I love it.
A little sleight of hand, a little magic for you.
Magic.
I know, right? I love magic. Do you love magic?
I love magic. I love that he gets closer to the camera every time he says it's like, do you love magic? Like, do you have no choice. Do you love magic?
Right now.
So I think this is a great companion and a great card for all these things because we have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, she is the closest to divine energy, channeling divine energy with all these face characters in this deck. And with her being in this nice upright position, it means, especially if you've got this Queen of Swords behind you, she has the book and she also has foresight. So all of her facts, all of the things in her book of the law, her book of the universe, everything she's got, factual, listed down, journaled, pros and cons, that's going to match up with her intuition, with everything that she's already known about, with everything she's already received about said relationship. So the High Priestess is somebody who takes power and takes initiative when they know that they're out of balance or something is threatened or something within their own spirituality is threatened. But it does rely on that psychic charge of having to support your intuition. So that Queen of Swords, of writing it down, taking that busy mind and getting an intellectual approach to these are the facts and this is what I need to get out of this relationship, is going to be imperative. And I do feel like with this, this is an immediate sort of time frame for me. It's a full moon, and we have that full moon starting right now. So in the next couple of days, this is something that can be and will be manifested for you easily.
By the way, happy full moon, everyone.
Happy full
happy
moon.
Get naked, go dance under it. That's what I plan on doing.
I wish it wasn't so cold. My boobs get so cold when it's cold like this.
Pasties. Just put some pasties on them.
Everything just shrivels up.
No. I'll
No,
knit you little
I
hats
can't.
for it.
I
can knit you
can't.
little hats.
They're too
I need-
sensitive from the surgery. I can't do anything right now. Poor thing.
Besides, that's not going to do anything. You need like a warmer, like a heating pad. Ooh,
Right?
those hand warmers.
Ooh, I
things?
have some of those in my trunk. I got it. We got it.
Those are always really nice.
All right. I got the Knight of Swords.
Ooh.
One of these days, I'll figure out this lighting thing when I'm not late.
Yeah, or like Ariel and use seashells.
Look how gorgeous he is.
Oh, geez. Thank you, Mr. David O'Reilly, for that very nice. We're gonna have to take a double for you.
Raven.
Raven.
Oh,
I
Lord.
love it.
Here we go.
Hold on, let me go ahead and get like a couple of those in there, because
We're gonna have to down the whole thing.
right?
The cat done knocked over my lighting, yo.
Y'all ready? Oh, Mark's gonna put his hair up for this
I
one.
already did mine. I didn't realize how much it was until just now.
Do another
Are we
one.
taking two? Okay.
I'm
hang on.
taking two.
Taking
Oh,
two.
wait, here.
We're gonna double.
Cilantro.
Cilantro.
That deserves it.
Cilantro.
Yeah.
I
I was distracted. The cat got the zoomies and knocked my light over, and I was just like,
Oh no.
I was just like, there it goes.
Oh, there it is.
All I could do was watch. I couldn't reach it.
Raven, I need to start a fire. Like, I can
Woo.
dance around a fire in my living room.
That
True.
opened the gates. It opened
Yep.
that wide.
I got it. I got this. Just open my windows. I got this.
I'm feeling that Magica Mystica. You know what I'm
Right?
saying? Ooh,
Yeah.
I got those Salem vibes. All
Yeah.
right, let's go.
All right. So this one's upright. So good things, good things. He looks like he's about to go into battle and like fight for whatever it is. So if your thinking is you need to let go, especially with a relationship like you're talking about, one where it's not reciprocated, it's
Words
best to let go. Words
She's
are hard.
educated. Big words.
I'm working on educated. I'm not there yet. I'm still learning. But
Julie.
for this one, it says craft a plan of action, make your move now, a burst of creative energy, think before acting. So clearly you're already thinking before you're acting because you're not trying to pursue it where you know it's not going to work. That's the first step, is to accept where you need to let go. If you already know that you need to let go, you already got your foot in the door. You're already headed down the right path. So the next step
You're
is
already
to
doing better than this cancer.
The next step is to don't overthink it. Don't be like, oh, well, this changed a little bit, so maybe. No, you're already on the path that you think you need to be on. It seems like the right thing. You said you already need to let go. Stick to what you're thinking. Stick to your guns. Stick to that battle that you're fighting. Because at the end of the day, you're going to come out on top.
Brianna
And
says
may I
you
suggest
already
something?
said you're riding at dawn, so you need to ride on time.
Right.
And may I suggest something too? I'm sorry.
Just this one was flipped upright in my deck. I've never had a card just like appear like that. Like they were all face down when I pulled my deck out. So this one was like, hey, listen to me. Right into that battle. Do your thing. You'll come out stronger in the end. You got this.
And I know I've said this before in past episodes, but music is very powerful to me. May I suggest, Caitlin, you listen to Kesha's song "Learn to Let Go"? So
I don't think I've heard that one.
you should. It's a good song.
Probably.
Arson is always the answer. It's always the answer. But no, it's not arson. I have a wood stove, so I can dance around it anytime I want. And that's how I heat my house.
And there is room behind it. She could totally dance literally around.
Yeah, there is. Wrote it down. Thank you. You're welcome.
You're
Caitlin.
welcome.
You're welcome. Anytime. We got you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for being a friend.
Travel down the road and back again.
Your heart is true.
Yep.
You're a pal and a confidant.
What if we did an episode that was nothing but song lyrics?
Oh my god. I'd have to Google so much, guys. I'd have to Google so much. Like, I know songs, but I don't know them by heart. Like, I can hear them and be like, oh, that's my jam right there. But I can't, like, my brain doesn't work that way. I don't remember them. Numbers, I got you. Words, no.
At one point, it would be my turn, and I'd be like,
There you go. You don't have anything to say? Just rap like Korn does, or whatever kind of music Korn is.
Is that rapping?
I don't know what it is. It's something. It's on like a. It's
I
on
think it
like
was
a
scatting. I don't know what they call that.
Corny.
Corning.
Corny.
That's the juice.
Sounds so naughty.
Right?
Sounds so naughty.
Yeah, it does.
What are you into, baby? I'm into corning.
Amen.
I'm gonna go.
I feel like that's somebody from our net.
Do not look up like that. Do not look up corning on Urban Dictionary.
Oh
It
my gosh,
sounds-
please
It
don't.
sounds greasy.
Hold on.
It sounds a little too slippery for my taste.
Oh, yeah.
Let
Like
me
a little
get
friction in there, huh?
I'm gonna see if
Didn't
it's
want to
a
go
thing
flying
first.
out.
Raven, did you want to?
Yeah, it is a thing. Corning is a thing, and it's really gross.
Does it involve butter?
Nope.
Oh.
Do you want to know what it is?
I think we have to. We're this far into it.
I feel like we're dedicated.
I'll just put it up here.
I can't read that. Wait, hold on.
Hold on, let me make the screen bigger. And let me
Hold on. Let me...
Sucking the cum. Oh, got it. Yeah.
Oh,
Not
It's
what I
more
thought.
mellow than I thought it was gonna be.
okay.
Oh,
honestly, yeah. I'm like,
That's relatively normative in this day and age.
I mean,
yeah.
And if
I'm
it's not
sure
for
I
you,
could
you
get
better
down on
try.
that. I'm not sure I could get down on that. That just sounds dirty. And
okay.
full of
If that's all new
disease.
information for y'all, and you're looking to spice things up, you're welcome.
Right?
The more
got
you
it from
learn.
us.
No kink shame. That's just not in my genre of kink.
We are already blitzed, yes.
I'm feeling something.
My ears are warm, but I'm good. I'm good.
You're
I'm just-
warm too.
this is my natural chaos. This is how I come pre-equipped.
Pre-equipped.
Sorry, I'm preloaded with software. This is my natural software.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay. General for
Let's see.
Miss Raven. I hope somebody gets the tower for her. That would make her little day.
She loves the tower.
She does.
Can I see
She
the back
bought-
of your cards, Nathan?
Yes, we have this gorgeous Celtic
Oh.
nodding. I know, it throws me off every time I'm like, Nathan, I'm like, me? And I'm like, wait, no. But
Hermit,
yeah, no, it's this really great Celtic knot work on the Robin.
Near
Hood.
her.
That's gorgeous.
So they make for great
I like
great
it.
photos.
If you can't make, if you can't summon hell directly, flames directly from hell, store-bought's fine. Okay. Oh, not what I wanted. I got a little excited there because it wasn't wieners. It's not what I thought it was.
You got disappointed, you say?
Yeah, I did because it's not wieners. Raven, you got the moon in reversed, which is actually kind of a sort of a good card. Speaking of the full moon right now. This card represents a release of some kind of fear, repressed emotions, and inner confusion. So whatever you have bottled up inside you, now is the time to release it. Whether it be some kind of feelings, whether it's some kind. I'm getting it's a feeling. I'm getting it's a feeling. Like you pressed something down, and it's time to let that boil over and just get it out. It's good. It's a good thing to do. It's a good. It's always good to cry. It's good to scream into a pillow. Like it's good to release any kind of emotion. Don't keep that shit bottled up. That only makes things worse in the end. Like let it go. So
Let it go. Let it go. Oh, it's my turn?
yes.
My bad. I got Knight of Cups in reversed. So like miscommunication with that emotions. Are you really representing yourself fairly in the situation? Are you being fair to yourself? Probably not. You're a Virgo. Not me doxing signs tonight. You're a Virgo, so probably not. But you should be more fair to yourself. Be easier. You're only human. Talk to yourself as if you're talking to your 6-year-old self. There you go.
Oh,
how you like that
ready
for
for
deep?
that conversation.
Yeah.
Tough conversation
That
for me.
nurturing of that inner child. There it is. So also before I do this, hi Yannick. So Yannick is actually a dear witch friend of mine, and he's in my witch family of those very close witches, because we do a very similar sort of a similar thing. So love you. I believe you're still in Canada. So yeah.
I love Canada.
I know, it's a lovely place. So Raven, hello, miss you, love you. I have the Hierophant, and I think this really does embody not just what may help you, right? Being the third in this round robin thing, but for me, I actually feel like it's a good place to stand in to think about, but you don't actually have to enact the role of the Hierophant. And what I mean by that is, first off, what's the Hierophant? This for me is always, somebody who is the counselor, somebody who's dialectical. And what I mean by dialectical, I'll give you an example. If you've got a situation and you've got black and you've got white, instead of going, oh, this is going to create gray, somebody who's dialectical is going to look at that. They're going to be like, oh, no. That's going to create a plaid. So it's not dismissing all of the factual things that are still there, but it incorporates all of them into a way that everybody can understand and everybody can get along. So it's very spiritually intellectual, as well as just being very patient with the needs of those immediate people surrounding you, as I do feel like the Hierophant is very much centered around the hearth, the home, the family. So these are about like domestic issues specifically when we've got people who are going through I don't know. For me, Hierophant, because it's so tied to spiritual placement, it is very tied to how we deal with and how we personally deal with identity. So if somebody's having identity issues or an identity crisis, this is going to then be your role to take place in. But if that's not your job, then set that boundary as a good priestess of the craft would. So yeah, you're a priestess of your craft. You have a crown on your head. Pull it on tight. Be sovereign. That is your Hierophant.
Boundaries.
That's all I got. Oh, there we go.
I do that all the time.
I'm like, I don't know which way is up or down.
I don't know where anything is. So I got the 4 swords.
Break the seal. I have to go break the seal.
Go break the seal.
And it's all in these cards are so new and shiny. It's go move it over here. Sorry, guys. My bad.
And it started.
All right. All right. So the 4 swords, it says, my internet's acting funny. The 4 swords is a pause, a silent reprieve from the mental action and challenges the mind faces. Early Vikings culture cremated the bodies of their dead. They would often torch multiple bodies upon a pyre. Simultaneously, boats were important symbols of safe passage and fare for souls to reach the afterlife. Vikings would often use the same ships that the honored dead rode in as their final resting place. As the 4 Vikings look on as their kin are sent to their final resting place, they take the time to regroup and think about their next moves. When this card appears in a reading, it is time to take a break, step away from what you are doing to gain clarity and understanding for your next step. Contemplation, resting, preparing for your next move, heal your mind, gain clarity. And then the rune on it. Oh, the rune's actually the fire. That's pretty cool. The fire they set on the cremation.
And that's a 4.
Its gear represents the passage of time needed to slowly mature and harvest. So that to me tells me, what is it?
Did you say that was a 4?
Yes. 4 swords.
Nice.
Planning and preparation for that perfect square, that structure.
Yes.
Right. So we've got a foundation to build on. That boundary.
Take a moment, figure out where your boundaries are, figure out what your... If you were building a building, you would start with the internal structure. So like the skeleton, figure out what those skeletons are that are going to hold up whatever it is you're trying to build up. Focus on that. Focus on your mental health. If something is weighing on you, something doesn't feel right, something is causing you stress, take a step back. No one says you can't take a step back. No one says you can't just take a moment, take a couple days, take a month, whatever you need to heal your mind before you go forward in whatever it is you're working on. Because your mental health, I hate to say this, but your mental health to me personally is more important than your physical health. Physical health, there is a lot of things that they can do for you. There is a lot of medication. There is a lot of things that they can go out of their way to figure out how to fix whatever's going on if it's physical. If it's mental, there's not much that they can do for you. Mental is something you have to focus on yourself. You have to look at yourself. You have to look at your surroundings and figure out what is causing this problem. Let that go and just make sure that you are your number one priority.
Be true to yourself. Do what you gotta do. That's a thing, right?
That's a thing. It should be a thing. It's a hard thing, but if you can master it, let me know.
Yep.
Asking for a friend.
Let me know. Asking for me.
Raven, I'm sorry. I hope your dad feels better. I hope the family backs off and they actually come together. Times like this, and just like the cremation or the death that it was talking about, in times of death and serious mental strain, everybody tends to lash out and attack anybody that they're near. It happened when my grandfather passed. My dad, my aunt, my mom, or my dad, my aunt, my sisters. They all fucking shattered. because their heart was broke. And even though your heart is broke, you have to remember that everybody else's heart is broke as well. So the things that you say to somebody else is going to have a very adverse effect on it. So if there is thick drama there, step away from your family. Take a break, step back, and focus on yourself, your family that's real close to you, those that are actually there to lift you up, and don't focus on the ones that are trying to tear you down when they're in their deepest.
Yeah. And even though, we're talking about like, the cremation and like the death aspect, for me, like, this is definitely a life transition. I don't feel like death is imminent. We're not saying that particularly, just for clarification's sake. But I do think, that like having to declutter, having to, possibly have him have a new move so he's in a better place, so he's in a better area. All of these things are going to be things to think about as part of that foundational scaffolding to be building for what's coming this winter.
That was the word I was looking for. Scaffolding was the word, not skeleton.
$1 million word. I use it every day. I use it every day.
What? What'd you say?
This lighting always makes me look so pale. Okay, I am very pale. I don't know why it is a shoot, but
I still
light a candle. It'll make you a little more warm. That's what I do sometimes. I'm a ghost.
I do have a candle.
I think so. Are we ready for the next one?
Yes.
Always ready.
Sweet.
Ooh, bothered and
Nathan,
bewitched.
I'm doing
Bothered
the
and
same thing.
bewildered.
I really don't want my drink to be gone.
Me too, Draven.
I am also bewitched.
I think of buildings. When I hear scaffolding, I think of buildings and the structure and the support that they offer. I don't know.
The gift of lift.
There you go. The gift of lift.
Bewitched. Let's see.
I'll take the fourth pop general reading, please. Okay.
You know what? See him. This is surgical lift right here.
Ooh,
What are we clapping for?
My
scaffolding.
boobs, of course. Duh. Look at
Look at the
that.
scaffolding holding up those.
Look at that scaffold.
That's some sturdy boundaries, some good foundation. Four of Swords embodied.
I love it.
I love being here. You guys always lift me up. I love it.
Like
this is my favorite place.
Lift.
You're like your bras, Brianna. We support you.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Wait, I can't see you because the bubble. Wait.
There we go. No bra. No support. There they are.
No.
Wow.
They levitate like magic.
I'm drinking to the perky bosoms because those are impressive.
Damn.
Perky bosoms.
Hey, I'm in on it.
I got
They're
the
mine.
wine.
She said I'm in on it.
There's somebody else in the house. There's somebody in the house behind you. Behind you. Somebody in the house. He's gonna touch you. Oh no.
As he closes the door.
He probably will touch me. I mean, what?
That's your husband.
Which one were we on?
It is.
Oh, this one.
Okay. So, B, sweetheart, we need to have a talk. I'm just kidding.
Do all.
For you, darling, I got the world with that giant uncut
My
wiener.
husband.
Ooh.
I know, right?
I don't know how you
My horns.
this yet.
This is a card of completion, integration, accomplishment, maybe some travel. Ow! Ooh, that does not feel good.
Don't do that. It hurts.
Sorry. It's a good card. It's like I always say, you got the whole world in your hands right now, B. Don't drop it. Because that would be bad for everybody. No.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
If I had the whole world in my hands, I'd probably shake it like a magic 8-ball and see what happens.
Play what is it, marbles with it and just flick it into other planets. But seriously, while I'm just gonna read the description of it here because I'm too far gone to understand what I'm thinking. It's a symbol that was manifested with the magician and now has come to completion with the world. Wait, what? Oh yeah, there's a wreath in the back. There's a
We weren't pre-gaming, we promise.
yeah. The wreath is circular, symbolizing the continual cycle of success, completion, and new beginnings. Because as the man steps through the wreath, he is completing one phase of the beginning and moving to another one almost straight away. Around him, there is a bull, a lion, an eagle, and another man. Hello. Similar to those in the Wheel of Fortune card. Both the world and the Wheel of Fortune speak to the cycle of nature of your life and your progression through its cycles. So, like, when one door closes, open another one, or kick another one down and say, "Hey, I'm here." Go ahead, Nathan.
Oh. I got King of Swords. I mean, this is like a daddy card, but it's the smart daddy. It's the daddy that's gonna make sure that you're on time. He's gonna make sure
the sugar daddy.
He gonna make sure.
Splendid daddy, not so sweet, but pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like he's gonna make sure maybe, yeah, like an emotional sugar daddy sort of. He's gonna make sure you're on time. He's gonna make sure you finish those projects you said you were gonna finish. He's gonna keep you correct. Okay. This book that I have here also says he is the big boss. Much like Queen of Swords, he emulates the figure of justice and carries her qualities in his words and actions. The butterflies on his throne can also reflect these butterflies above, sorry, can also be a symbol of higher consciousness.
Yeah.
Same, priestess. Same.
But
unfortunately, this is not the King of Pentacles, so I'm sorry.
You know what? I don't discriminate. I'll take a sugar mommy or a sugar daddy. It doesn't matter. As long as they spend their money on me, I'm good.
But he's too smart to just spend his money on you. He's going to make sure that you spend your own money to better yourself.
Gross.
Yeah.
See,
which is a
what
good
of a sugar
thing.
daddy mommy's
but this doesn't necessarily have to be somebody else. This could also be you. This is a face card, so this could be you maybe taking a bigger step in the right direction and being a little bit more like, okay, I got to make sure that I finish this. I got to make sure I come correct. I got to make sure, I don't know, but I don't tell you.
I don't know. Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't tell you how to live your life, so I'm just gonna.
Oh, all right. So when I pulled this, I did pull this reversed, but I'm going to show it to you in its normal position. 7 of Wands.
Ooh.
What I love the most about the 7 of Wands is his tartan he's got on. It's very elaborate. It's very flamboyant.
I thought you were gonna say he was doing the Marilyn Monroe. Like that's what it looked like to me.
Oh, that too. He's got hello. It's like he's poofy. But when it's reversed or when it's like this, the first thing this would stand out to say is don't be intimidating or don't be what are the words here? You don't want to be intimidating, but you don't want to be aggressive, right? It's aggression that's the problem when this pops up. Is it's either you or you're in a position or you're in an environment where aggression, anger, those energies can get really clogged up, and we can start taking our work home with us. We can start taking our drama with us wherever we go. And so it can start popping up in places that can start to trigger us because it's popping up in places we don't want it to pop up in. So with all of that being said, one of the important things to keep in mind, specifically with remembering, when we are dealing with negative emotions, and here's the caveat, I hate, for me as a witch, calling anything good, evil, positive, negative. That's just not how I roll. I like to use positive and negative because that's just, we can conceptualize those things. Just like we're talking about batteries, it's got a positive charge, it's got a negative charge, so everything is about balance.
Negative doesn't necessarily mean bad.
Exactly. It's just got its different charge that comes from its own place, which we would perceive as something to be negative. So what I like to think about is how, if I'm feeling the emotion of anger, or I'm feeling the emotion of sadness, or I'm in an environment that is harboring some of those things, I will remember this is energy that is no longer fresh. It is no longer, straight up from the earth where it's new, it's inspiring. It's not at that high frequency anymore. It's tired. It's been used up already. It's stagnant. So we perceive that stagnant, used up energy as things like anger and anxiety and things. So just be cognizant as you encounter some of those things. And if you can say, all right, this is just tired and used up energy, you can release that, you can cleanse that shit out, you can offer it back to the earth, and she'll give it back to you in a prettier shape, in a better form. But you have to remember, it is that reciprocal relationship with yourself, but also like with your spirits, with your deities, or whatever it is that you honor as far as your universe or your relationship with nature, if you will. So that's what I got with you for 7. And 7 too, 7 is that one of those goddessy numbers. And it is one of the, we got 7 planets in that traditional astrological system. So we got an alignment happening for you if you can carry out that boundary.
Mm-hmm.
I got it right this time.
Can we just address the fact that I have to come after this?
Stop it. No.
How professional he sounds compared to me reading from my little book here. I got this book and it tells me things.
Your book's pretty.
She tells me things. Sometimes she doesn't tell me what I want because sometimes I read the wrong page. But that's all right here.
That can be hard sometimes.
But no, the more I work with these cards, the more I see things in them that I appreciate. But I like having the book because I like having to see what they saw when they created this card, what they were thinking of when they created this card. Yeah. But then again, I'm not a professional. I did not get taught by anybody that you have encountered in your life. Would I like to be taught by others that have done it? Yes. Do I enjoy being on this show and listening to others that are professionals? Yes. I love it. I absolutely love it because it helps me to learn new things. But does it intimidate me? It intimidates the fuck out of me because now I'm last after this really good guy over here. Oh, hold on.
You get used to it.
Here. Where am I?
You get used to it, girl. You get used to it. Just go with it.
You did this shit on purpose, Nathan. I'm watching you. I know you.
I've learned that the pressure helps you learn.
Same. No.
Aww.
Same.
You want a Brady check? We'll take a bubble bath and we'll eat some Papa Johnny's pizza. How about that?
I love pizza.
Right?
We'll take a bubble bath. Braid each
Does
other's hair.
be like a group bubble bath in like a hot tub?
Bubble bath. We'll all braid each other's hair and be like, "What was the rose and thorn of your day?"
Yes, let's do that right now. Sorry,
it was so sweet.
Okay, so I got the Ten of Shields. If you guys,
ooh.
Sorry, I keep holding it closer because my screen keeps reflecting off them. They're so shiny right now. They're new.
I love me a glossy deck.
Put your other hand behind.
No, it's the screen. Even if I do that, it's the screen. It's my computer screen.
Marcia, put your hand behind it.
I'm sorry, it's the computer screen. It's shiny. And honestly, it came out of my deck this way. But the longer I sat on it, the longer through this read, it went to an upright. the feel of it went to an upright. So that's why it's upright. When they come out like this, I look at them and I go, why? Why are you more complicated than you were when I pulled you?
Because it's fun.
Right?
Because
it likes to be sassy. These cards are sassy. Okay. The Ten of Shields shows the power of wealth and legacy. It took years for a Jarl of this clan to amass the warriors and farmers to grow their army. It took years to harvest the trees to build the longships. It took many runes and sigils on the shields and ships for protection. I'm too intoxicated to say what it says on here. Like, there is not English on this paper. It's I can't read it. It says Inlas de Galdir. Perhaps. Runes and sigils on the shields and ships for protection. Now is their chance to head out into the world and see just what they can find. The warriors on the ships celebrate and sing. They tell stories of what they've achieved and sing of their dreams to come. There is their right and what those will speak about in the future. So they're on a journey. You're on a journey. I don't know where you're headed, but it looks like you've got a whole crew behind you, supporting you, pushing you, so just there for you. You can lean on them. You can sing with them, dance with them, whatever you need. Celebrate with them. Celebrate the small victories.
Braid their hair.
Just like came in, but I feel like you're a performer, and you'll have to type in the chat and tell us. But I feel like you work in the arts, or you're a performer, or you need to work in the arts, or you need to be in performance, because all of this stuff about like storytelling and dancing and chanting, it's very theatrical, it's very collaborative. And if you're trying to make it, you know, in New York, if you're trying to, like, I don't know, get in those movies, there could be something on that path for you. Just gonna throw that out there. It just came in. I want to know, though. I want to know if you're a painter, if you're an actress or a singer or a dancer, what you are, because it's very clear in whatever psychically I'm getting about you. You have a talent and it needs to be shared with the world. So let us know.
Yep. And then I'm just going to point out there are three runes. There's one here on the ship here. There's one on this ship, and then there's one down here. I didn't notice it before. Down here.
Oh, yeah.
Don't mind my nails. They're a mess. There's your breaks, difficulties. Is means fracture, and R means enjoying happiness. So as long as you go with what you're doing, you, whether it be performing or whatever, just continue to do what. But artist comes in. Okay, so I just saw her comment. She says, "Yeah, not an artist. Artistry comes in different."
He does creative stuff all the time. I just wasn't going to sell out.
Artistry comes in different forms. It doesn't have to be painting. It doesn't have to be dance. It doesn't have to be singing. It's art is personal to the person doing it. Like, if you do something, you write a paper and it sounds fantastic to where it seems like it could be in a book or be sold or whatever. That's art. Art is to the person, not to the audience. It's what you vibe with, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. That it's hard to put in words what my brain is thinking, but I know what I'm thinking. You guys just don't know.
Kristen Red is lying too. Lies. Why would you spread lies?
But yeah, you're breaking barriers. You're working towards something that seems to be putting you in a happy place. It seems like you are on the right path with the right people. So keep going, keep pushing. Keep exploring the new lands and seeing what you can build out of it. That's all I got, because words are hard.
Words are hard. I have to break into the wine. And I will say it is not as tasty as the last drink.
Aww.
I know. I'm going to have to have
roll open this chat and see what everybody said, because I like to watch it.
Same, but it's moving so fast.
Yeah,
right?
The audience.
What direction or working should I do for Salem?
I love questions like this. Can I just say, because I'm used to getting the anonymous, I work on a phone line too, where you just pick up the phone and it's whomever. And I always get asked about what's going on with people's money, who's having sex with who, and is he coming back to me? And that's usually the questions that I get. So when I get any sort of question about like somebody's spiritual path or their workings or their magic, I get really excited about that.
Ever do that because
Right.
like especially that last question, I'd be like, but do you really want him to?
Do you want him to be careful what you wish for?
Like, listen.
Seriously.
Listen, I'd be like, I don't know if you've seen What Men Want, where it's the movie where it's like What Women Want, where Mel Gibson could hear the thoughts of women, but it's reversed.
Yes.
And she goes to the psychic, and the psychic's like, that would be me on the phone lines. I'd be like, do you really? Because listen.
And it gets like that repeatedly.
Face to face, they can't see me, so then I'm fearless. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, but do you
see this? Whoever Draven, I love your spirit because you know what you're doing. You're doing the principle and like formula for like you have your inspiration, you have what you want to do, and then you're gonna get a reading as you should, just to make sure it's on track, to make sure things will go smoothly. If you're gonna be doing any sort of magic, or if you're going to be performing any sort of spell work, before you do anything, pull some cards, get out a pendulum, find out where that energy is naturally moving, because magic always takes that power of least resistance. So if you can find that way in, or just kind of see what the time frame is with divination, you've got all that much more going for you. So Draven, you're doing the work of 100 witches. Love this.
Yes. So I'm gonna, when it's my turn, I'm gonna say what I thought first, and then what I feel the card is saying, but because they're a little different.
What should be total opposites?
Right. Like, girl, I don't need the cards to tell me you be an asshole.
Have you seen that meme where it's all the cards laid out and it just spells out "dump him"? It was a meme.
I love it.
It was so funny.
I need to see that one.
Oh no, they just felt like this, girl. I don't know what to tell you.
One of my favorite memes is the one where they're one of my favorite tarot memes is the one where they're tied to the stake, and the one girl's like, "What did you do?" And the other girl's like, I told him my tarot card said he ain't shit.
That's one of your shirts that I have.
It is. Yeah. It is. It's one of my favorites. It's fun. Oh, all right. I pop my elbows. Did you hear that?
Ooh.
Oh, he's stretching now, Draven. You better be ready to run. He's coming for you, apparently.
Red for Phil.
Okay, I'm ready. Is everybody else ready?
Ready.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a more Coca-Cola, but I'll be back.
All right. Coca-Cola. I had to grab Coca-Cola a minute ago.
I need to go refill my glass because
Well, go while you have a chance.
I always have a chance.
Mark and I can hold down the fort while you're filling.
So, Draven, for you, darling, I got the Prince of Cups.
Ooh. Oh. Oh my. Wait, can you do that again? Can you do that again? Oh dear. Oh my.
This is like oh, okay, here. Prince of Cups. Prince
Hold on. Close up view. Zoom. Enhance. Something. There's a word for it. Enhance. There we go.
Anyways, Prince of Cups. Prince of Cups.
Yeah.
Cups.
Yeah.
Cups. Hello, Schlong. Exactly. Uh-oh.
It looks so aggressive.
It does.
Really? I thought it looked relaxed. But
it looked like it meant business. It was like, I'm ready and you're going to listen to me.
Veins can come across as aggressive. It's veiny.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I'll be
don't
back.
like.
I'm gonna.
I don't like
finish
when they're
this
looking at you like
and-
that was my
Good
impression.
girl.
Filling a lot of. Oh my god, Anthony.
And he do be filling a lot of cups. This is a card of creativity, romance, charm, imagination, beauty. Unlike the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Swords, I mean, this is technically the Knight of Cups, but in this one, it's called the Prince. But anyways, unlike those two cards, he's very relaxed and just taking it. It looks like he's taking his time or something. Sorry. As far as this relates to the direction or working you should do for Samhain, I think you should take your time and be patient and like wait until something or someone says something to you and like take that as a sign, whether it be like your deity, spirit work, or shadow work, or anything like that. Like let them tell you what you need to do, especially during Samhain. Let them tell you what you need to do, and like just go with that. Make it creative. Like maybe they tell you to do something, and you're like, oh, okay, I can do that, but put your personal spin on it, where they're like watching you and they're like, oh, he did put in the effort for that. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Or do what Nathan's doing and just jiggle them. You know, I don't judge. Go ahead, Nathan.
So, my first thing that came to mind, just because of like
Thank you,
the Morgan,
Flynn.
I'm like, sex magic, do sex magic, do sex magic. But then I'm like, I should pull a card and I should be serious. So I pulled the card, and my card is the Two of Pentacles, which normally I would say, ooh, you need to be, this is like materialistic, like juggling things, like, keeping a balance sort of deal.
Juggling
But what
things.
sticks out to me is the ocean, the motion of the ocean in the background, right? Which is also really interesting because this season, at least for me personally, I associate fall with the element of water. And what is water, but also an element that connects us to the other side. So I think that this card would just tie in with that. And I happen to know, Draven, that you are into mediumship qualities, or however you want to say it. I hate that M word. I just don't like it. But with that being said, I would kind of agree. I would say you should obviously do that hedge riding thing where you're like, 1 foot in, 1 foot out sort of deal. Like, have fun with it. Do the traditional Samhain things. Let's talk to some dead people, sort of shit. Ancestor work, obviously, but that's the obvious answer. Sex magic is my other opinion.
I'd say if I was doing ancestral work, I don't know that I would throw sex magic into there. That might be a little awkward.
Nah.
Next, here you go.
All right. Is it my turn?
It's your turn, boo.
My turn. Okay.
I'm gonna break
All
this.
right. So I'm pulling from a new deck. This is a Lenormand deck. It is called the Spiritus Arcanum, and you can get it from spiritusarcanum.com and give them a follow on Instagram. They are a shop now, a brick and mortar shop in Peabody, Massachusetts. But Matt Venus is the designer of this deck. He's also a really good friend. But it's specifically designed for witches and for witches to be dealing with their spirits. So I wanted to specifically pull this for you in regards to like doing a Samhain ritual. And what came up was one of my favorites. It's the Crossroads. So the Crossroads is the place where witches work. It's sacred to Hecate, of course, goddess of the witches, queen of the witches. But specifically going off of everything that Nathan before me said was having the coins, but connecting with that ancestor work, that spirit work. But the thing that we do at the crossroads is we dispose of spell work and we give offerings. So I think finding a crossroads, a local crossroads, giving offerings or disposing of things that are no longer needed at a crossroads that you can find is a really amazing ritual, very folkloric and very in the ways with how witches before, the 1950s, before Gerald Gardner's Wicca came about. These are how our ancestors were practicing, specifically in the conjure traditions and in the folkloric traditions that came through the United States before British witchcraft did. So the crossroads is also associated with the devil in American witchcraft. Signing the devil's book happened at the crossroads, or making offerings to the devil or one of his demons to create a pact. So you have a very specific deal. So if I give you, these 2 metal coins, you will give me this for an exchange. All of those things are typically done on Samhain night. That is the time where the wild roads are open. So the wild things come and they gather at those crossroads. It's also that completion of north, east, south, and west. If you live in a predominantly Christian area, it is the cross as well, still in symbolism. So you can disguise it in a lot of different ways depending on your situation. But make sure you're including offerings and find a crossroads to honor, the gods of the witches. Again, I mentioned Hecate and the devil, but who is the devil but Lucifer Morningstar, who, is wisdom and enlightenment, and is actually the morning star is Venus. It's the brightest star you see in the sky. So there's that Venusian quality related to Lucifer as well. So yeah, enjoy. Happy Samhain. Looking forward to that veil being thin.
Garden Patty. Venus.
That's what was in my head too.
Venus and penis. We love them both.
Yes. I be the witch of the wood.
All right. I got the handman, but in reverse. So it looks like he's just kind of floating. Look at that.
That's pretty cool looking in reverse, I will say.
Here he is upright, just so we know what it looks like.
Huh.
So, in reverse, this is stagnation. Your faith wanes. Awaken to new challenges. Downscale and evaluate. The rune on it is Iwas, spiritual ascent that can help you create connections. So if we're going with the ancestral path, because of the veil thinning and you being able to communicate with them, it sounds like you are having a hard time. Well, you're clearly having a hard time figuring out what you want to do, how you want to pursue Samhain. But it to me, it seems like you need to grab a hold of those roots, talk to those ancestors, look at those ancestors, see what they've done in the past.
That was me pulling a root. And
I saw that. Go back to your roots. Go back to what you know is true. Try something, like if it was something that you even started with that got you started into this. Go back, do a simple spell at the beginning of the day, and then see where that takes you. Follow that path. That's what I'm getting from this.
Got a little Morrigan charm for you too.
Cute.
And he says he has the Morrigan and Odin presenting themselves, so Morrigan is coming through for you for sure.
And I'm just saying, yeah, Mom, that's one of Mom's favorite holidays because, I'm just saying, it happened. It's a thing.
Daddy Dagda, meet me on the hill.
Also, as a side note, I found the caramel apples I made the other day for my treat this evening.
Nice.
Fuck, she's outdoing me. Whatever, Brianna. Be that way.
You know what? I'm a fall group. It's fall. I'm in it.
I'm in it. Literally, she falls a lot.
Not anymore.
Oh,
Since the big titties are gone, I don't fall.
That's good.
That's great.
Good.
Teamwork. Wait, no, never mind.
It's all y'all.
My equilibrium was literally off because my titties were too big.
Titties are too bitties.
Oh.
What's the thing? It's a thing. I think so. Are we ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yes. They say yes. Aphrodite.
Oh, Lady Blind Wolf. I didn't see you there.
I get it. She did say too, she said, I didn't get a chance because I said I signed the Devil's Book and I beat it with the wood. And she said, I didn't get a chance to sign it because the devil himself has a protection order on my blind ass. I said, how rude.
How rude.
Ooh.
My blind. I love that though.
Ooh.
You can see
I got
but
a good one.
in other ways.
She said, no, he was running scared. He figured he was biting off more than he could chew. I mean, listen, if you can't handle
Isn't that how it is with most witches? Like, he's like, oh, I'll give you all this power. I'll give you all this power, but you gotta listen to me. No, you gave me all the power. That was your mistake, not mine.
That's such a Scorpio thing to say.
Your problems are your problems. I have no problems.
That's funny. Oh, goodness. I haven't seen this one in a hot minute.
Ooh, I got a good one.
Yeah?
I got a good one.
Well, that he's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
So,
Get ready for the
Lady
zoom in.
Blind Wolf.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they were.
Go ahead and put me
Get
up
up
on
to a
screen,
side,
Anthony.
you're like,
go ahead and
no,
put me up on
goddamn,
screen.
but-
Because y'all gonna want to see this.
Oh, yeah.
Are we ready?
Hold on, wait. There you go. I'm ready.
I got the devil.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Funny. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
He said,
right?
you're going to talk about me enough.
So-
It's like Beetlejuice. You said his name too many times.
Exactly.
Devil, devil, devil.
Yeah, we did. This is a card of temptation, attachment, some kind of addiction, restriction, and sexuality. If you notice, the devil is looking back at these two figures with a ooh, look kind of look at that sly come hither stare kind of thing. Sorry.
That's a lyric. Yeah.
Huh?
That was a lyric.
Yeah. Exactly. But it's a very tempting card for my drawing. It's so much of like being pulled in two different directions with like your regular self and then like another something pulling you in another way and then another one pulling you in another way. It's this card of, like I said, temptation. Like it's drawing you in one way when you really should be going the opposite way. Don't fall for that. It's only going to lead to bad times. So go ahead, Nathan.
Lady Blind Wolf. Last time I danced with the devil in the pale moonlight, I ended up with 2 black eyes. Jumping jacks for a reason.
Oh, I get it.
2 buzzed.
Oh, no.
Same.
Lady Blind Wolf, I can do jumping jacks now. It's lovely. I used to not be able to.
I am dead.
Shooketh. Nathan is shooketh.
You broke him. Oh,
Oh my god, that's so funny.
oh God.
I'm gonna have to use that. Oh man. Lady Blind Wolf, you are hysterical.
So I got 9 of wands. So right away we're like, ooh, you've been through some shit. Look at that bandage on your head. Like, girl, what happened? Like, did that temptation like come a little too strong? If we're looking at I mean, I don't know, but you're getting past it. You're breaking new ground. You're getting like this guy's like it's practically like a gate. You know, like you're moving past it, and it's like maybe it's for the better. I don't know. You're gonna you learn some valuable lessons from all that shit that you went through, basically. You know. So that's the good thing. The bad thing is, unfortunately, now you know you can't dance with the devil. So I'm sorry. I apologize. That's all I gotta say.
You know what? Just because it ended in injury does not mean you didn't have a grand time while getting there.
That is true.
Exactly.
That is true. And you learned new things.
Like, don't do jumping jacks in the middle of dancing. Just twirl about.
Yeah.
Oh, shoom. All right, this one's interesting. So I have the Hermit,
Ooh.
and maybe this is the drink talking, but psychically, what I feel just intuitively is I feel like rather than going into a time of closing yourself off, going within introspection, I feel like this is hearkening to that time being over and coming out of our shell. Now is the time to come out of being the hermit, because the hermit is kind of a twofold meaning sort of thing. We've got, yes, theme of big titties, absolutely, come out of that hermit.
Bust free.
This is about letting those titties free. Because what else does the hermit have? He's got this double meaning. He's, of course, the hermit himself. He can be isolating.
I know what he has.
We
Big
have.
titties.
He's
Big
got some
titties.
big
Under that
titties.
robe.
He sure does.
Oh,
But he's got
I
this
don't
great.
know.
He's got this great. Once he does let those titties out, he's got this great light that he has used from his journey of going, around the mountain. And now he can use that light of coming after that journey to inspect other people, to get in other people's faces, see what's really going on, because they can trust in their own gnosis and their own wisdom and their own belief, because now they're living their beliefs, they're living their ethics. So this is about living your truth and doing it, because you've got the wisdom to do it, but also like you can question other people. You can be judgmental. You can be critical of other people. And because you've done the work, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, it's okay to be critical. It's okay to inspect. You should be doing those things. And those titties do be full of secrets. That's why we're inspecting them. Clean out your cheese before you get into some
magnifying glass, and we're like, yes, indeed.
For abnormality.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
It's a good thing to inspect your titties.
Come out, girl. Come out of that mountain. You've done your work. Now use it. Do other people's.
All right. So I got the King of Pentacles or the King of Shields. This one goes by both.
Now that's Sugar Daddy.
That's
Yeah.
Sugar Daddy.
That's the Sugar Daddy card. Girl.
And all of his glory. So I know this shows a male on the throne, but male, female, doesn't matter. It's you. This is your journey. This is your kingdom, whatever you are going through. The upright meaning for this card in the book, it says meeting physical needs, reflect on your actions, build a stable and robust foundation, make careful decisions. I don't remember what this reading was for. Was it a general?
Yeah.
It was general.
We done talked about titties and I lost my train of thought. So whatever it is you're working for,
That
clearly you're gonna make
shield
it there. You're gonna lead the charge, you're gonna make it there, and you're gonna be the one sitting on top.
Mommy?
That's what I'm getting from this card. There are elements with this one. This one has a rune with it, but it's based on elements. It's earth and air, natural power, roots, origin, scene of identity. Air was intellectual power, ideals, communication plans, and laws.
Oh, her,
With
me.
the what?
Anthony said this, and I was like, wait, her, me. I keep forgetting there's two Nathans.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's me because I've got this great wingback chair. I'm like, so tell me about your problems.
and how does that make you feel? But now, like when I see this card, when I see how powerful the depiction is in this, it just shows me that as long as you bring your best and you do your best and you work hard, you're going to end up on top of where you want to be. You're going to find it, you're going to roll it, and fuck everybody else. They can kneel and kiss your feet or your rings or whatever have you.
Yes. Priestess, good luck with that, Snow. I don't know if it hurts, so good luck.
We all gotta find out at one point.
Yeah, we do. Next. Hey. How we feeling? Everybody feeling okay?
Oh, I love these sort of questions because I can be like, yes. Done. No. Done. I think we can give our explanations, but at the end of this, we should all do a recap and just do a simple yes, no, and just do a group consensus.
That would be a good idea.
That's a good idea.
I feel like we've had this question before. And I can't remember what we said about it. But...
Well, he answered my letter. So we're sending letters.
We got to save that postal system.
Letter.
Oh my god. I don't know if I want to send a letter. Those stamps be expensive.
Yeah, they are.
I'd be collecting them. They're expensive. I'd rather send a text message.
I got a card for you, Mr. Mr. Moon.
Miss Moon.
Miss Moon.
Ooh, what is that? What are you?
I'm scared to draw now.
Ooh.
Nathan said, I got a card for you. Brianna said, ooh, what is that? And I'm just like, ooh, do I want to draw for this one? I don't know. I have to potty. Oh.
No.
It's going to be interesting.
Are we ready?
I think we should do the consensus first, and then we should go through and explain.
All right. There.
Yeah.
It's a yes for me, dog. You're going to Hollywood. Yeah.
Really? Good, because I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's going to be a no from me as well.
Simon.
You really are American Idol. Brianna's Paul Abdul. You know what? You had fun. You had fun, and that's all that matters.
Like, break first.
This is what happens when we bring Louis out of the clink. Talking at you, Mark.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think you've just been voted off. It's been it was a no for me.
Okay, so Mark, why did you say yes?
Our glittering beacon of hope.
Now because everybody else said no. No. I got the 9 of Pentacles. Oops.
Okay.
This is a card of abundance, luxury, self-sufficiency. Oh.
Self-sufficiency.
Can I retract that statement and say no? Also, financial independence. So I'm going to go ahead and take that yes back and feel like no. You're better than that. You know your self-worth, and you don't need a man to be telling you how to feel. I said it. Go ahead.
My sweet girl, ain't no use crying over spilled potions now. Ain't no use crying over spilled potions. You still got these right here. Why aren't you paying attention to them? Still got these. There's still hope. There's still hope. More than likely, they're closer than the person you're writing to, and it'll all work out even better for you. So shift the perspective just a tad, and you'll see that things might work out even better than what you had originally thought. And that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, it's going to be a no for me, darling. I'm going to do this whole reading in a British accent because I think sometimes when psychics do the British accent, people are like, oh, it's Harry Potter. They're really like in the spirit. So people
I know that shit.
They like listen to us a little bit more. So it's a no. I've got the Fool. Now, the reason I'm saying no, because it's the Fool, is because it's a new journey for you, darling. It's all about new beginning.
No.
And it's all about taking leaps of faith, but those are all independent things. You have to take leaps of faith on your own. You have to take that move too, because journey is you're probably not going to be living in the same house for more than a couple of months. You got a new house coming, or a new territory, or new workplace. Wherever you're spending the most of your time, it's not going to be where you're at now. So expect that in the next few months. And he's not answering or waiting for you, nor should you wait for him. And that's the tea.
Ooh, I
And I'm
would
gonna drink
snap
that.
if I could, but I can't.
And I'm drinking to that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And also, Mystic,
Cheers
thank you
to
for saying
that.
LOL. I'm glad that you can joke with us. But also,
Right.
tea.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here, I'll drink again with you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Always left out, just like I was in the big titty club by myself.
Hey, I can't help it. I tried, okay?
Right.
I ate lots of cheese and everything.
The only one here with a vag. I'm in the minority,
That
man.
you know of. Wait. Never mind.
I told you I'm in your
Y'all-
shadows. I'm watching y'all.
Y'all-
I'm in your shadows.
Y'all-
I like the shadows.
Y'all serious. Never mind. We were very close in high school.
I'm too intoxicated for this. Brianna, what's your card say?
I don't know what it says anymore. I got the 8 of Wands. I'm sorry. I promise I'm not a professional.
You're good, girl. Trust in that intuition.
Right?
Yeah.
I got the 8 of Wands. Okay, and it's in reverse. The right. Let me find the camera. The right way up is this way. He's kind of spooky looking. Not gonna lie.
Courtney.
These guys.
The Wanderer.
Alex.
All right. So in the reverse position, it says the way forward is blocked. Move slowly. Wait for a better moment. Clear your restraints. In reference to your letter, to me, the reason this was a no to me is look in this position. He's reading the book. He's looking at the book. He's getting the information that he seeks. In this one, I'm sorry, but most people can't read upside down.
It's very uncomfortable.
Right.
I can't
It takes a
read
lot
it.
of concentration. It takes a lot of effort. So to me, this came out a no because it's gonna take more of your energy than you need to be putting into it. If he hasn't read it now, if he hasn't replied, there's no sense in trying to manifest that or will him to do that because he's clearly going to do the complete opposite of whatever you want. His intentions are completely different than yours. I know it seems like you want him to.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
We did have this
Sorry,
question
girl.
before.
Yes.
I just can't remember what we said.
See
But-
that just makes it even clearer. He's in a place where his only thing to be able to do is read, go out and do whatever their schedule says. He has the time to put into this. He has the time to read it. He has the time to put into replying. If he has not replied to you now, he's not going to do it. He's not going to send you the letter. He's not going to try to call you. He's not going to do anything because I know they get phone hours. Everybody knows they get phone hours. So he's not going to put in that effort that you want him to put into it. So I have to say, move on. Forget about the letter. If he contacts you, he contacts you. But as far as it stands now, I don't see him contacting you.
Speaking from also I don't want to say personal perspective, but once upon a time, I did work in a prison in the mailroom. And there were times when one inmate would write to another person, and then they would be like, oh, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And then they would write the same thing to another person. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but they do stuff like that. So.
But also, Mark's card said independence. Independence. So you should focus on being a little more maybe.
Yeah, it was a very fun job, Snow.
And then like maybe like Brianna said, if they happen to write you, then you can pick up from there. But like focus on yourself until something happens. Like you can always work on you. You can't work on other people unless they cooperate, right? That's a thing.
I remember getting hit on by inmates, and then like I would go look up their profiles, and then the next day they'd say something else. I'd be like, "Stop it! You kill people! Stop!" Like literally.
Stop it! You kill people.
Mark learned.
I did learn all the MAT. It was great. It was a fun time.
Interesting.
I learned shit.
Don't mind me. I got my cards.
Oh, he kept saying he will answer. I keep getting all these synchronous. English is hard with his name and things that remind me of him everywhere.
You know what that is, Mystic? That's not synchronies with his name. That is your brain putting him into every situation. You're seeing him everywhere because that's all you're thinking of. All you're thinking of is this one person. Start thinking about yourself and you'll start seeing less and less of him.
These two know exactly what that's like because I've been there and done that.
Our personal bias is the biggest thing that we have to work against, especially when it comes to trying to manifest relationships or sex for that matter. How we are perceived and how we perceive are two very separate things. How we manifest and perceive what we're trying to manifest when we're visualizing things to happen in the future, that's another thing altogether in of itself. So if you can remove your expectation and if you can remove your personal bias from these situations, you'll get a lot more truthful omens. You'll get a lot more truthful synchronicities because you just had 4 psychics all together.
Anthony, I'm in your shadows too. You just don't know it.
So I'm not for nothing. Make sure you're not being scammed, but it's going to be a no from all of us.
Yes.
Good luck.
Yep.
You got this, though. You got
whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
My card had 2 cups behind your back,
right.
Not 1, 2.
Yes, Courtney, readings are free. With any tarot reading or any divination work, I always say take it for what it is right now. Don't take it for what it is. It will be in the future because paths change, people change, minds change, things change. And the cards can't predict that. They can only predict what is going to happen right now, what is happening right now.
It's a suggestion anyway. You know?
Right.
Like we could sit here and tell you to move on all we want, but are you going to do it? That's up to you.
BB create new
you make your own future.
Yep.
Yep.
They can help bring to light some things that you're thinking of or you're seeing or you think you're seeing. But in the end, it's you. You're a person. Your spirit's going to go where it's going to go. Your mind's going to go where it goes. Your heart's going to go where it goes.
Yeah.
You are your own person. We are four individual other people, and these are cards. I understand they have a spiritual representation. They connect to you. We connect to you through the spirit, but we can only connect to you so much. There's not much more we can do unless we were you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is paper stained with alcohol and with some shiny Sharpie marker on some of them. That's all it is.
They're
Also-
just tools, really.
Also, thanks.
Yes.
There should be a disclaimer on life, like I think it should always come with several warning labels. Like, this is not going to go as you thought. Like, my 6-year, if we go back to the 6-year-old like thing, if my 6-year-old self saw where I am today, it'd be like, what, how, why, when, and how are you dealing with it? Like, I thought when you became an adult, it would be easy.
like, my 6-year-old self would be like, we lived that long? Were we prepared? And I'd be like, no.
Where's all that money coming from, honey? Where's the money to live that long?
Right? What hustle you got going on? Because
Right.
like,
And I'll be
back
like,
in the day, $3 was a fortune, and now 300 is like, what? Oh, that's one bill. Okay, well, cool.
Do you even think he reads my letters? He probably reads your letters. Or like Priestess and Red said, sometimes they don't get their letters that day. It does take a minute for us. Whenever I worked there, it took a minute for us to sort through stuff because we had to look through it to make sure there wasn't contraband. There wasn't any kind of like gang related stuff going on in there. But most of the time we got through it pretty quick. Granted, I worked at a small, like, I don't want to say small, but it was medium-sized prison. But still, it's not instantaneous for stuff like that.
ooh, I'm going to confirm this one because I got a reversal.
A health reading.
I also got.
Oh, and this is your friend, Nathan.
Yeah.
This Nathan. Not that
Yes.
Nathan.
Yes,
Oh.
Yannick is in Montreal, and he speaks gorgeous French. He's
Bonjour!
bonjour. He's very Québécois. And probably one of the greatest.
BlueNightt.
And I'm gonna share this story without, like divulging too much. But one of the most beautiful things that I ever got to do as a witch, was when him and a few others were visiting our people. We did our whole thing in French, so I got to hear what I've always heard as ritual in a whole new language. It was like
That's awesome.
fascinating.
It was really amazing. So good to see you.
Hello. I want my book. Bonjour.
I was just telling.
I'm sorry, everybody else seems to be able to speak French. I took Spanish in high school, so I can't
I
speak.
took both.
So did I. I only learned that from the first Hocus Pocus.
I took both. Don't recommend it at all. And it's funny, I was telling my cousin, I said, yeah, so when I took French in high school, they were like, how much French do you know? And I was like, I can say a whole sentence. And they were like, really? Go ahead. And I said that sentence, and they were like, where did you learn that? And I said, Hocus Pocus. And
Hocus Pocus.
I thought it was. But anyway, I digress.
I want my book.
I want my book.
Bonjour. Anyways, Yannick, for you, I got the 7 of Cups. It is a card of opportunities, choices, wishful thinking, and illusions. Now, granted, this does show gifts like a lover, jewels, stuff like that, a wreath of victory, but there's also 2 other ones in there, a snake and a dragon, which could be considered as curses. The clouds represent the person's wishes and dreams, and different gifts inside suggests you need to be careful what you wish for for not everything is as it seems. Taking this from a health perspective, I would consider going to, if you can, go to more than one, I don't want to say doctor, but it's like get more than one person's opinions about certain things. Don't just go to one and be like, yep, that's what's wrong with me. Get multiple opinions. That goes for everything, not just this health reading. Get multiple opinions about certain things, because sometimes people make mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, it's nobody's perfect. Be careful as well. Choices do need to be made, but be careful. Don't just get multiple people's opinions and not just go with one. Okay, you just got out of the hospital. If you need to do like physical therapy, I don't know what's going on, but if you need to do physical therapy, make sure you do it in a like safe and cautious way too. So go ahead, Nathan.
So Mark, your card actually, so my card is the Nine of Cups in reverse. Which,
Okay, can we just?
did you get it too?
I got the King of Cups.
Oh,
In reverse.
more cups. Okay, so I'm gonna go off of what I initially thought when I see this, which I'm used to seeing it like I got the thing in my head of, oh, it's a genie, like wishes granted, da da da. But with it being in reverse, my initial thought was like, oh, I like almost like I don't want to say a missed opportunity, but like more of a pessimistic vibe of it, like a loss of hope, kind of. And like maybe you feel like you're already at your wit's end when it comes to your health, and you're just like, well, I'm doing all these things and I can't seem to get an answer, or I'm trying all the things that they tell me to try, but it doesn't seem to be working. And what I'm going to say, piggybacking off of Mark's card, is that I think that a change in perspective as far as internally within yourself may actually help a lot more than what you may realize, which I also know is easier said than done, especially when it comes to health, because so often we think of health as being like an external factor affecting it, when the mind can also do a lot of things. And we're not doctors. I'm not a doctor. Let me just say, I'm not a doctor. And also, I'm drinking wine. So take this with a grain of salt that is probably thinner than the card itself. But I think a change in your internal perspective of things would help you a lot. And that's all I got to say about it right now. But also, I hope you're doing a little better now that you're out of the hospital. That's all I got to say.
Can't do that.
Okay.
There we go. So I did get a reversal for this. I got a reversed 3 of Wands.
Ooh.
So, me, when I look at regular 3 of Wands, it's always about you are prepping or planning for some sort of travel or some sort of trip, or like we're moving forward with some sort of ideas or some sort of planning, especially like when we're looking at a healing process is advancing. It's going somewhere positive. When I look at this reversed, know that like traveling may not be the best right now. Standing still, staying where we're planted is going to be important. But I also feel like with it, turning your inner sight to your creativity, your small hobbies, things that you can do from home, the things that are going to keep you connected with your community, but things that aren't going to require you to, use a lot of energy, are going to be really important to sustain you for the next couple of months at least that are upcoming. Expect to be slowed down, expect to be feeling a little stuck, but use that period of pause to cultivate, because that is the rare gift in all of this from the universe and the healing process. But there's definitely a feeling of it lagging or not. It may be a longer healing process than you anticipated. So good luck. Keep me updated. I'm here for you. And that's all I got.
As I said, I got the King of Cups. I had to read it again in reverse. All right, so I'm going to show you it right side up, if I can. Oh, see that?
That's a good one. I like the dolphins.
Clouds.
Love the dolphins.
Right? And he's holding his cup up. He's so proud, so happy. If you go this way, he's not reaching that. His cup's emptying. All those dreams and everything are kind of just floating away, swimming away, jumping away. With it pertaining to health, the reverse on this one, it says heartless, stifling, self-harm, mean and cruel, abusive to self and others. In relation to you getting out of the hospital, you going through this tough time, having health issues, it's easy to beat on yourself and be like, "Oh, I'm not doing the right thing. I'm not getting better as fast as I wish. I'm not progressing as quickly as I thought I would," depending on what the situation is. Maybe you have to go through a little bit of therapy to get back to the top of where you were. You're going to feel a little defeated. Anybody feels defeated once they've gotten out of the hospital or gone through any kind of major health issues.
Hospitals suck in general. They're not fun.
Yes. It's going to take a lot of your energy. And all I can say is don't let it get to you too bad. Make sure you rely on those people like Nathan over here. He's offering you a place to confide in. He's offering somebody for you to confide in. If you are thinking of something that is bringing you down or you're just having a hard time in general, find those people that are willing to be there for you and listen to you and fill your cup up and show you that you are actually progressing. You just don't see it. You don't feel like it. Don't let those feelings overwhelm you and let you end up with an empty cup. Once you hit an empty cup, it's harder to fill it back up.
Wow.
Takes a village, people. It takes a village.
Yep.
Legit. Legit.
Oh, Lord.
That's all I got for that.
Oh, Lord.
So I think we're going to cap our questions. We're going to finish what we have if everybody's good on time. Are we all good on time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So with that being said, next we have Lacey. Lacey, could I get a general reading, please?
Of course, Lacey. Since you said
Joel.
please.
Since you said please. Since you asked nicely.
Alondra, that was more personal experience. I know it resonates with a lot of people, but that was more personal experience. Since I did just have the surgery, I feel like I should be healed and ready to go and back to normal already. But it literally hasn't even been 2 months since I've had my surgery. It's only been a little over a month. And I have to have those people in my corner to tell me and remind me that, yeah, I'm on the right track. Yeah, I'm actually progressing where I need to be. Even though I feel like I should be done and over with and not having any more of these side effects. It takes it takes a mental toll on you. Just because you're healed physically does not mean your mental capacity is ready for you to continue on.
Yeah, healing in general takes time. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Because trauma is trauma. You know.
Lacey, general.
Oh. I feel like we've had a lot of mythical cups.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Ready?
Okay.
Yep.
I got the 5 of Cups in reversed. This card is signifying personal setbacks, self-forgiveness, and moving on. I'm going to show it to you right side up as well. But it's showing a man with 2 cups. Yeah, this is Nathan pulled this card earlier. It's since it's reversed, it's emptying everything. To me, that's what it looks like. It's draining you.
I did. I can't remember.
It's just very draining. Like it's a card of being like you feel defeated. You just ugh. You know, it's that ugh feeling lately. As a general perspective, it could be just you feel like you're in a rut. You're just doing the same mundane things over and over and over. That's a lot like how I'm feeling right now. And it's monotonous and it's just so tiring. I understand. It's just a very tiresome card to me. That's what that signifies. It's your head's hung down. You just feel bleh. So I understand. Nathan, go ahead.
So I have, excuse me, don't hit me all of a sudden. I have the Queen of Pentacles. So mommy. So with this being a face card, this could be you, this could be somebody else with the specific energy of this card. But this is like hearth and home goddess vibes. This is like, the home
Demeter,
yeah. Bridget, I mean, hearth and home, like
Love Bridget. I
Love
have
Bridget.
her statue on my altar right now.
So as far as the book goes, because I'm like, okay, and Mark's like, yeah, and I'm like, but how are those related? It makes note of the rabbit that's on the card and how that can kind of symbolize fertility. And so, like, maybe getting back into your home space might help, like, cultivate a little bit more positivity or a little bit more energy. Take your time, babe. Is that what you're saying, Snow, that it says? Or are you answering in the chat? Probably answering in the chat. But anyway.
I have to sneeze.
Do it. Bless you.
Thanks.
I was trying to make
You
it go
better
away.
get that kitty cat some tuna.
Tuna. So yeah, fertility, maybe getting back into the home space might help you with some things if we're going off of Mark's card. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say right now off that, because I'm like, it's a face card. You got to kind of figure out for yourself, because it's a general reading, so you got to figure out where that energy lies, I guess.
Shameless self-promotion.
Do it.
I'm at Witchpath readings. Links in the bio. If you enjoyed me on the show tonight, definitely go check me out. But that's me.
Yes.
But hi, Lacey. So I'm kind of doing a quick double whammy for you. I pulled the charm for you out of my charm curio. Every curio you get has a specific meaning. The charm that came out for you was the Tree of Life.
Ooh.
Charm here. And this is all about it kind of goes exactly with what Nathan said before. It's about the hearth, it's about the family, it's about how we grow our tree, how we grow our home. But around this specific charm, we have the virtues of I don't know if you can see it, but it says things like guidance, family, love, and strength, all being like a vital part into what is going into our life moving forward in the next couple of months. Now, the card to back all of this up is the Ace of Cups. My cup runneth over for you. So know that even though you'll be feeling drained, or you may be feeling maybe a little stuck or a little anxious about some issues, there's going to be a lot of momentum and there's going to be a lot of flow in and out of your life that's going to be sustained within your home. With that being said, if you've got a lot of like spiritual traffic moving through your house like that, the importance of your psychic hygiene is going to be important. So doing a regular cleansing or a regular meditation for yourself, for your body, is going to be important. Putting up proper protections for yourself, warding off your home, wearing protective jewelry so that way your energy is protected. All of that, I think, is going to be important, just because there's a lot of stuff and a lot of people and a lot of situations that will be moving in and out of your environment, specifically if you're in an environment that has a lot of people in the immediate surroundings. So passing it along to you.
I get the 8 of shields.
Ooh.
Anytime I get a shield card, if it's right side up, to me it shows there's protection there. Especially the higher ones, I guess the ones that have more shields in them, when I look at this card, it looks like they're building a shield or cleaning a shield or cleaning off those protections and wards that they have for it. Let me see what the book says, because I don't know. Apply yourself, hone your talent, learning the skill, encouragement, diligence. And then Os is silence, to focus on a project. And Lagur represents the patience needed to accomplish a task. So basically what I'm getting from this card is you are focused on something that you have been working toward for a while. And the longer you focus on it, the more energy you put into it, the more you clean it up and perfect it, the better it's going to turn out for you. Whether it be something at your house, something at a job, something that you've been looking forward to. Are you trying to buy a new car? Trying to buy a new home? Are you just trying to clean up your house, get rid of the old, bring in some new? Basically, cleaning is what I'm getting from this. Clean out whatever it is you're working on. Clean it up. Dust it off. Bring it out of the closet, wherever it may be, whatever that project may be. Get back to it. Get back into it.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Use a broom and sweep that shit out.
Yep.
Bring a broom. If you got the movie reference, we can be friends.
It's a good
Fun
movie.
fact, I have a broom hanging over the easement of my porch. That way, whenever anybody walks into my house, it goes, bye.
Bye.
It's true. She does. I've seen it.
Be gone with your fuckery.
Yep.
Bitch Be Gone Spray by Dorothy Morrison. It's wonderful.
Need it.
Love. This is our next one, if we're ready.
Oh, yes. Julie B.
Oh, it's ready.
Julie B, like Julie Brown. What's uptown, Julie Brown?
Downtown, Julie Brown.
Ooh, Julie, let's see. What kind of fun can we find for you?
Damn, this deck is sassy.
Girl.
I text being a little mean. I'm
Ooh.
gonna say sorry in advance.
Okay. That's human. And I love it.
My deck's probably getting a little salty.
I blame
Why
it
would
on
it
Mark.
get salty?
Raven gets it. Downtown Julie Brown. That's right. Downtown Julie Brown.
What did you
I
blame
feel
on me,
like
Nathan?
I'm salty too, but I feel like it's Mark's fault because I was like, should I read from this deck or this deck? And Mark was like, that deck. And I was like,
No. Julie, I got the 3 of Cups.
Oh, I love me those 3 of Cups. Yeah.
I mean, let's see. Here we go.
Ooh, them cheeks.
Did
Oh,
you-
yes.
Cheeky, 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 cheeky. If I do that, it looks like he's twerking. Twerk, twerk, twerk,
I am
twerk,
100%
twerk, twerk, twerk.
an asshole. Can't help myself.
This is a card of celebration, friendships, creativity, collaborations. It shows three men, obviously, in a circle, raising their cups high in the air in a joyous celebration. It's a sense of lifting each other up and celebrating the unique contribution to the group of these three or more friends. So yeah, it's relatively speaking, them thighs, exactly, Raven, you get it.
I think you're looking good.
Thighs too. Anyway, sorry. It's a celebration of life and friendships, and it's getting back to the whole camaraderie with friends and all that. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Yes. It's getting to know your friends once again through like celebration and happy times. It's reminiscing of the old times. I mean, me, Nathan, and Brianna and everyone just did that, what, 3 or 4 years ago?
Oh my gosh, so long ago.
That was so long. But I mean, we all went, hanged out, really, hung out, had fun, and it was a great time. Like it's reminiscing of the old times and just being happy in general.
Your boy got so high off the witch's lettuce.
Me too. Are you talking about me? It was the first.
Not at my house, never.
That was the first time for me, and it was great.
So Mark, I'm gonna piggyback, but Julie, apparently, even though you're celebrating something,
don't you dare.
You
stop it right now.
You personally may feel like there's a part of you that feels like you're
getting to the cancer just to.
But I was sorry. She's being sassy today. You're getting what you want, but maybe it's not necessarily how you wanted to get what you want, if that makes sense. Like, you're celebrating, but you're also like, I don't know. But at the same time, there's some so I got this card, by the way. I got 10 of cups, but she in reversed, bestie. I apologize.
You ain't sorry.
I literally apologized 5 times. I don't know what else you want me to do. Okay, gosh,
take it back. Take it back.
Beg for forgiveness. That's what I want.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Please.
I don't see you on your hands and knees, sir.
If I do that, you won't see me. I'll be under the table. God, Brianna. So you got what you wanted, but maybe not necessarily how you would have imagined it or how you would have liked to. Maybe that's leaving you feeling like there's an incomplete part of this vibe or what have you. But hey, at least you got what you wanted. There you go. Silver lining. Are you happy now? Are you guys happy? Well, the Scorpio's never happy, but thank you. Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Totally.
My favorite.
I know all of us were like,
yeah, she's. Now, this is a complicated card. Everyone's got a complicated relationship with this card. However,
I'm sorry. I mean, oh, Julie B, I'm sorry.
Right. Like we all have been there. But I feel like for you, I feel like this actual, like if we're talking about a breakup, if we're talking about, excuse me, 1 second. There we go. We're talking about an actual relationship that's ended. I feel like that has already passed. I feel like that's in the far past. I feel like for whatever reason, this feeling of having to revisit the blood on your hands from that relationship, or, you know, the tears that have stained your pillow, you'll have to look at those again. You'll have to confront those same emotions for whatever reason moving forward. But I do feel like there's a new relationship that either has moved its way into your life very recently, And this would be connected with the memory of what you've gone through in the past 2 years, or maybe more than that, of your last relationship. It's very significant that it's important for you to remember what you went through before in order to do this better, I guess, for the next round. Yeah. There's more to this, though, but I'm not sure how to put it into words. And, like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you're figuring it out, and I feel like no matter what any of us say, you're probably gonna figure it out how you want to figure it out, and that's gonna be how it's gonna fit better. So, yeah, that's it.
Sorry, Courtney, that technology.
Brianna, before you do anything, can I say something?
Go ahead.
I don't know if it was just the camera, but like I seen movement behind this Nathan. Oh, this side, other side.
That side.
That side. It was down there. Like it moved from like that. It looks like a pole.
It looks like a pole.
It looks like a pole, and then it moved.
He's like, "What are you seeing back there?" Like,
it moved that way. Yeah, like it.
There's no pole.
Sorry,
Mark. It's just me in the shadows. Stop it.
I live on farmland. It's an active property. It's a very active property. So I'm not surprised if you'll see shadows, orbs, glowy things, ghost cats, you name it.
Okay.
Fun.
I didn't want to alarm anybody, but I was going to be like, did anybody? No, I did. I just, sorry.
Did.
Fun story real quick. Fun story real quick. But when I was in Salem, an artist came up to me and was like, hey, can I do a quick rendering of something I've seen? And he was also psychic, and he did this whole rendering of me at one of our round tables giving a reading to somebody during the day, but he drew like this old crone, like Biddy woman from like the Puritan era, from like the 1700s, who was like whispering in my ear, and he did her as like a ghost. So it was like he was receiving that I was getting my information from a spirit, but he was giving her an actual like rendering. It was really eerie because it was very in line with one of the readings I was having, and having this woman talking in my ear giving me information. And anyway,
I'm not used to seeing stuff like that, so
yeah, Mark,
I live the life of
just a day in the life.
Spirits are great as long as they stay on their side of the line. I'm happy as long as they don't interfere with my side of the line.
We have our hedge. I ride that hedge when I want to, but they ain't crossing my hedge. I'll tell you that.
Nope. You got your side. I got my side. You stay over there. I'll stay over here. We don't have to intermingle. It's okay.
that there's your offerings. Go.
Yep. See, I got this for you. You can have this shiny stuff over here.
Oh, I love shiny.
Shiny things. All the shiny things. Priestess in Red said, "It's Slender Man." No, thank you.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and throw my card out there.
Nathan's like, disown.
Oh, I love her. She's my favorite of the whole night. This card in this deck is my favorite of the night.
She looks like a siren. Oh,
she's temperance.
It's not water. Never mind.
This is the wife of Odin, is what they've got depicted here.
Freya?
No.
That
Frigga.
Sif.
Oh, Sif.
Oh. I think he had more than one.
I think he did too. Let's see. Temperance. I'm going to read what the meanings say in here, and then I'll tell you what I get from this card when I looked at it. Temperance is a complex card. It represents an act of moderation in the art of blending two things to create a third item. The sky in this card shows how a balance between the light and the dark is struck. In Norse mythology, Sif was the wife of she was the wife of Thor. Sorry, my bad. Not Odin, Thor. She was the wife of Thor.
Okay.
My brain's not working. I apologize.
I'm good.
She was known for the harvest and the wealth that came from their bounties. Tending to the land not only provides for life, but it also is a delicate balance between growth and the fallow periods. Sif knew the best times to plant and rotate the crops for the most effective bounties. As for the aspect of alchemy and transmutation, Sif also represents the ideas of temperance, Her hair was legendary. She never cut it, and it was her pride and joy.
So much.
In upright, it means moderation, attentive care, desire to bring balance, a chemical process, and restoration. And then the rune on it is Dagaz, hope, darkness turns to light, anxieties disappearing. So when I look at this card, as they said in the sky here, I don't know how well you guys can see it. You see how it's darker here, and then it fades into light here, but also her crops are her flowers are plentiful. It appears that when I saw this card, what I got was there's going to be something that brings balance into your life. You're going to have your good, you're going to have your bad, but there's going to be a convergence of the two, and you can come out with as much prosperous as you're looking for. Whatever you're looking for, whatever you're working toward. Yep, words are hard because my brain is on drunk free brain, and we are not the same person as sober.
Me too, girl.
Anyway, as soon as I seen this card, I saw beautiful things coming. Whatever you're working toward, it's coming for you. It's going to be prosperous. You're going to flourish, whether that be you personally or whatever you're working toward.
And you're gonna get a really nice butt out of all of this. Like
yes,
all the squats, all of the glute. You have nice glutes. Psychically, I can just tell. You've got a nice butt. Bring on the attraction. You will not have any problem reigning.
Flaunt it.
Flaunt it.
If you got a nice booty in this world, you're winning.
And the titties, because this is the titty episode.
Thigh gap the currency.
Absolutely. All right. Next. General reading, please.
Life outside the lines. That was how I always
damn.
felt.
Oh, y'all are gonna like this card.
You drew already? That was fast.
Yeah.
Life outside the lines. Are there lines in life? Because I've been coloring outside of them if there are.
I've been called the line crosser a few times in my time.
Oh, you're
welcome,
Julie.
But yeah, I like if there are lines, I'm blind to them. I don't know what these lines are that you're looking at. I just scribble on the page. I used to get in trouble for that in like middle school when they would give you like those little pictures and they're like, here, color, and I would like scribble on it, or I would do dots and they'd be like, no, that's wrong, and I'm like, it's my art, how is it wrong?
I significantly remember. I specifically remember telling a teacher, I don't like the pictures.
Yeah.
I don't like the pictures. Why?
It's my vision. How you gonna tell me I'm wrong? Just because there's lines on there doesn't mean I have to follow them. I didn't put those there. You did.
Mm-hmm. And that's your reading. No, I'm just kidding.
We can't do her dirty like that.
Hi, Moon Fairy.
No. Hi, Moon Fairy.
Hey, girl. A little. It's okay.
It's okay, sweetheart. You're fine.
We were late,
We forgive
too.
you. Don't let it happen again.
We were late, too.
Y'all were just early. Priestess already told me. She already told me over there in the chat. She told me.
Brianna,
y'all were
I
just
didn't
early.
say your name. I literally did not point you out. You did that. I said we were late.
Y'all were just early.
Okay.
Freaking early birds. Being ready and shit.
Anyway.
Are y'all ready?
Not my fault.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready if you're ready.
I got
just so you guys know it's
of Pinnacles.
Ooh. I like that POV.
He said, ah.
Tilt back. Let's go.
Relax.
Same. This card depicts a man giving coins to a beggar.
Oh, he giving something.
Are you
I'm
sure he's
begging.
giving coins? I'm pretty sure it's not coins.
Please make it rain for the beggar. It's a card of giving and receiving. You know, you give a little, you get a little.
I think that
Sharing
beggar's
wealth,
thirsty for something, but
generosity, and
it's not
charity.
water.
The eyebrows, though.
Salty. Salty. It's salty.
He holds a balanced scale in his hands. The card reflects a state of financial security and generosity, suggesting that you can generously use your wealth in abundance for the benefit of. Can I be the beggar? Same, priestess. Same. I think I've said this before, but this card reminds me of Jason's, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's a card.
I don't know
of
if I
giving
could be the beggar, but I could be the one making it rain, I guess.
I'm for dumb queen.
Sometimes you're on the giving end, sometimes you're on the receiving end. It's an ongoing cycle of life, and this card serves as a reminder that the balance can change at any time. There's that. Even if you're surrounded by wealth, there will be times when you need the help and support of others. So be generous with your resources. It's okay to ask for help. I'll say it at that. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask. Go ahead, Nathan.
I don't know because Mark had the most unholiest card. Terrifying.
Is there anything holy about what we're doing right now?
And I'm just like, listen, y'all motherfuckers need my help. So the keywords that I have written on this card, because it's defaced, I love it. Is spiritual mystery, dogma, scriptor, mentor, and student, translator. So something that's really interesting, when I get the card that Mark got, Mark had these nuts. That is D's.
His name is D's. D's nuts.
D's.
That's Mr. Nuts to you.
Nuts if you're nasty.
I can't even right now. I can't.
Janet Jackson, yes.
I'm sorry, Lion Girl. It's late in the show.
Yeah.
Poor Lion Girl. She's like, these drunk fucks better get to my reading.
Thanks, Gene Time Tarot. Welcome. So life outside the lines. I'm gonna say you're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy about it. No, I'm kidding. But honestly, like translation, right? And when I get Mark's card, I'm also like thinking, so you're being nice, you're being charitable, you're being charitable. But if you put yourself into that main guy's position,
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. Are you doing that to be charitable? Are you doing that to get your package licked? You know what I mean? Like there's
The package.
And like maybe that's the translation you got to pay attention to here. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I am so buzzed. So I'm reaching. I give up on this one. I just give up. This is just, we just drop it down there to you, Nathan. Your turn.
And it transforms to justice.
Oh.
So I'm gonna pick up where you left off, because when we've got the Hierophant, when we've got justice, and they work together, we're talking about institutions. Okay, so this is definitely for you. It's talking about some sort of loan, some sort of offer, or some sort of legality that needs a signature. Okay, this is about you signing your name to a piece of paper. I feel like this is going to happen probably once April rolls around. So see, or confirm in the chat, what's going on for you as far as like business ventures, or as far as like legality stuff. But I feel like this is about confirmation or approval that you're waiting for, as far as like things going through systematically, and that it's going to go well for you. But you have to rely on, and this winds up everybody, and what everybody has been pulling through in this reading, is you have to go to other people, or you have to ask for help, or you need to bring in third parties because you can't do it with just you or your unit. So it's a year of expansion, but not on your own. So let us know. Let me know how I did. Passing.
Loki.
The doors creak and the tombstones quake. Spooks come out for a swing and wait. Creepy creeps with eerie eyes.
I had to go get shorts on. It was getting a little too spicy in here.
Oh,
It's spicy.
that fire got too big. It was that last card mark bulb.
Right?
You mean this one? When did he turn into a Wookiee?
A sexy Wookiee.
Yeah, sexy Wookiee.
All right. I got the 8 of Swords.
Ooh.
See, feeling trapped, draw from reserve power, use all your knowledge, restricted mobility, isolation. When you look at this card, it also has the rune on it. Stan means stone, strong and stalwart, but slow to react. So, looking at this card, there's all these guys that are going up against this guy right here. However, he doesn't seem to look very bothered about it at all. He actually looks like he's collecting himself, preparing himself to take on whatever this obstacle might be.
That's what I said earlier.
This was in my debriefing before we got on the air.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Y'all just like to trip me up.
Sorry, girl.
The
Sorry.
boundaries.
I'm distracted.
I'm just here by my little old Bree self. By myself.
We need to have a
All
Bree
by myself.
Don't wanna be
by myself.
I feel like that's what that guy is singing in your card.
Right? He's like, I'm all by myself. What?
I'm gonna go Pinterest this deck later when I am all by myself. If you know what I'm saying.
All right. But
I think
You gotta make me blush.
Sorry, Bree. Sorry,
I
girl.
can't.
We're trying real hard.
Adjusting my horns. I came in horny this time. Okay. So he's by himself. But he's not being attacked. He's not. There's no blood. There's no nothing. There's no chips on these swords. They're all clean. However, his has the blood on it. He's focused. He's contemplating what his skills can get him, where he can get from here. So he has the ability to take on all these guys, whoever they may be, whatever it may be, whatever tasks it may be. Nathan, you better stop.
Yeah, it's Priestess's fault.
What kind of cake?
What is up with this?
I have to ask what kind of cake.
What kind of
That's-
cake? Is it like
that
real
is
cake
important.
or is it cake?
Is it cake?
Because that's uncalled for.
Cake,
Okay, anyway, what I got from that is resilience, focus, and make sure whatever you're trying to work towards or whatever you're doing, you take account for yourself. Like you can overcome anything. Ooh, tres leches.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you gonna send some my way? Because I like cake.
It's mucho.
I like all cake. I don't discriminate. All cake. Yeah, you've got this. If you are feeling some kind of way, meditate.
Yeah, it helps. Moist.
Ooh, moist.
Moist. Moist.
Ooh, so sensual.
You know what?
Ooh.
Somehow I can tolerate it, whatever he says it.
Stop talking
Ooh,
dirty.
Ma'am,
Who? Me?
I need pictures. Like, I need pictures for
Homie
that
is
alone time Nathan was talking about later.
Yes. We got food. We have food porn, regular porn, tarot porn. We're a
Let me
very
see if I can
inclusive
find my
bunch.
favorite card in this deck.
There is no king shame here.
No, we love.
None.
What
This
if
is
cake
my
if it is
favorite
moist?
card. This is my favorite card.
If cake is not moist, it's bread.
That's my favorite card. It's the King of Wands for an obvious reason.
Ooh.
Yeah. See, I'm a butt dude, so that 3 of Cups has me.
I like the ass. I like the
Is this
cake.
better?
I like the cake.
Is that better?
Oh, never mind. We have a new favorite.
It's
There it
okay.
is.
Oh,
There it is.
our viewer number just jumped up a little.
That's great. I got that. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I've actually called the questions for tonight, guys. Sorry, I don't go past 3 hours, and we have 4 more questions left. So I apologize. I'm deeply sorry. So sorry.
We'll have to speed.
But-
We're gonna go speed round.
Yeah, we could go speed
How
round.
much trouble I could get in horny jail? Like, don't send me there. It's dangerous.
Mark, what deck is that? Dreamtime Tarot wants to know. We're gonna go speed round and
it's the
try and
same-
fit in the next 2.
It's the Saint Jinx deck. Dreamtime Tarot.
A Saint Jinx deck. You don't know which one?
Lee Vincent.
Let me see.
He has it for you.
I'll find it for you. Hang on.
But
We had
pull your
2
card, though.
editions of the St. Jinx deck. One of them is censored. One of them is uncensored. You're going to want to Google search the uncensored St. Jinx deck if you want to find that deck. That deck is also a private deck for obvious reasons. It's not produced by US Games or any of the main wholesalers. So it's either through that company or you can find used copies on Etsy.
Yeah.
Or if you want to get really
I don't
old
know if
school,
I would trust used copies.
yeah, they're sticky.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, they might come in a little sticky.
They're a little sticky.
It's the Saint Jinx Arcana Gay Tarot.
St. Jinx Arcana, Gay Tarot, uncensored version. You're welcome.
Mark
honey.
would be the male boy in horny. Yeah, I would. I'd receive all those packages.
Our Cash App is below.
Cash App is below.
Cash App is below. Speaking of making it rain,
I like it when y'all make it rain.
I do too. Honestly, I haven't had a shot in a hot minute.
Right?
I haven't either.
well, I haven't had a
Ooh.
sponsored shot by any means.
I'm not trying to pressure or anything. Like, I would never.
Getting thirsty.
I'm a little thirsty. A little thirsty. The Cash App would help. All right, speed round.
You too
God.
could help a thirsty witch
All right,
out.
Here we go. I got the 3 of Pentacles. This
For just a
card
$1
is
donation.
Oh, sorry. 3 of Pentacles. It's all about teamwork, collaboration, learning from others, and implementation. You need to work together with someone. That's what this is giving me. Work in teams. You can't do everything by yourself.
Yeah.
Nathan, go.
Wheel of Fortune. Enough said. Motion, keeping going. You got the stuff going. You got the motion. You got the flow. You got it going. You can do it. I believe in you. The future's in your hands. You control your own destiny. Let's go, baby.
Yes, which takes us to those Ace of Wands, meaning you got to be your own boss. You have to start doing your own artistry. So this is about entrepreneurship. Start your own business. Create a side hustle.
Are you saying Are you saying girl boss gatekeep gaslight?
That's what I'm saying. Girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight. But do your own thing because you'll be more successful being your own boss, doing your own thing, than you will be doing what you have been doing if you haven't already been doing that. But new creativity, new inspiration, good things ahead. You just gotta wait for it for the next couple of weeks.
Mm.
All right, we're gonna move on to the sun.
Ooh.
Here comes the sun. Do do do.
All right, she's upright. So let's see. We have hope,
Did you
blessings
just
from
take
the
a bite
gods, good
to it?
omens, a time of cleansing and renewal, and big dreams. So you got something coming. Something's pushing your way. You're headed toward it. It's coming for you. You're working toward it. The gods are working toward it for you. I see nothing but good things in it. And then Laguz is the rune in here. It says stay flexible and flow with the situation. Laguz is the rune for a lake or a body of water. It is fitting to see the rune of such a watery card. Water was essential to the Vikings. They associate water as a vital part of sustained living. It was also crucial to their exploration. Anytime I have anything to do with water, I think of flowing freely, flowing through channels, carving your own path. Rivers carve their own path. They're not there natural. They're not there just there. They've carved out the rock, the stone, and made their own path. If something gets in their way, they move around it. They find a way to get around it and carve the earth to what they need. So carve your path to what you need, what you feel like you need to be doing.
Yes. Next. I already
Priestess
drew for this.
Red with the 2 readings for a spiritual path reading.
Spiritual.
All right, we're going to the witch deck.
When I think of spiritual paths, when anybody comes to me, not that many people come to me about spiritual things, but to me, spiritual is to the person, to their own. You can look at many different spiritual lines, paths, all that. The one that you're going to find is going to be one that you collect. It's going to be one that speaks to you. Sometimes you'll end up with many different ones. That's how most of us end up eclectic Wiccans or eclectic pagans. There are different aspects of different paths that speak to you. Once again, that river, carve your own path. Figure out what works for you.
Carve it up, bitch. Drill it.
Okay.
Drill it.
I'm very
Make
excited
the
about
path
my card.
Me
No, I'm
too.
excited. Oh.
I'm excited for this card for you, Nathan. I got the 10 of Cups.
Ooh,
Yes,
booty! Look at that cake.
bring on the booties.
Divine love, blissful relationship, harmony, and alignment. It portrays a couple standing together, arms outstretched as their 2 dogs are playing. So like look towards the sky and it'll guide you in the correct way. Like, you know. Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah.
Overcoming old destructive habits, new growth, and empowering change. You're going to turn around to those spilled potions. This is the second time I've gotten this card tonight, but the first time it was right side up. You're going to turn your back around to those. You're going to turn your back to those spilled potions, and you're going to move on. You know, you're going to see like, why am I sitting here? Why? We're going to move forward. We're going to be the happy cakes. You know, that's what we're going to be. I choose happy cakes rather than spilled potions.
Yeah, happy cake.
Happy cakes.
Happy cake.
Your turn.
All right. So I love this. I'm going back to Matt Venus's Spiritus Arcanum Lenormand deck, and it brings up a tool within Witchcraft that has long been forgotten. A lot of people don't use it in Witchcraft anymore, but it's got some cool significance. So it's the whip. So we're going to start with the number. So we have 11 here. 11, is kind of like overreaching, so we're going to reduce that to 1. So it is a number of magic. It is a number of the magician. But the whip is all about surrender. It's all about sacrifice in the sense that we have to be able to let our ego release. We have to, again, what I was saying earlier about letting go of our own bias because of how much our bias impacts our perspective on the future and our magic and trying to create shit. Well, so does not willing, being able to give anything up or not being able to surrender to somebody's teaching or advice or what we intuitively know is a better path for us. Something has to be taken in order for something to be given. That's how magic works. Magic is about reciprocity. It's the laws of nature. So the whip is the symbol of that sacrifice, right? What we give, what we offer, but also how we surrender to the present, to what is, to our situation. And we find the magic within that. So when we use a whip within circle, oftentimes we use it to summon the winds and folkloric traditions. The sound that the threads make as they wind through the air calls and beckons spirits to us, but it's that same symbol of submission and of sacrificing all that we are and as nature made us. Good
You know
shit.
what? You know what? You deserved it.
And she's happy.
I
That's
like
it.
it. All right. I have the Knight of Pentacles. Look at him in his bad self. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles. Take caution, pause, and enjoy the journey. Builds security first. Have patience. Be present. It also has the elemental attributes of earth and fire. Earth with natural power, roots, origin, sense of identity. Fire, creative power, outer strength, passions, and desires. The Knight of Swords moves through the world at a slow pace. They may not be the fastest warrior in the clans, but they are the most observant. The Vikings take their time. They move slowly through unknown territory, making sure every area is secure and free from danger. They have tried just like any other warrior in the clan. They have trained, not tried. They know when to strike and when to stealth, and this gives them the ability to succeed and aid in the perfection of their quest. Take your time, relax, look at everything that you're pursuing and figure out what speaks to you. It goes back to what I said previously at the beginning of this. Spirituality is personal to each person. That's why most witches and anybody else, even Christians, it doesn't really matter. Most people do not work well in groups because everybody's ideals are different. Everybody's translations are different. It doesn't matter what path you take. Your path is yours. And if it's important to you, keep at it. If it's something that speaks to you, keep at it. Don't let others tell you that, oh, that's wrong or this is wrong or you shouldn't use that with this, or if you're doing a spell, you shouldn't use eggshells in a hex or whatever. If you do that, whatever speaks to you and however it feels right to you, that's right. As long as your belief, your faith, your power is in that, it has that.
Yes.
It has that power. The power that you put into it, it has that power. So the faith you put into whatever you find is the faith you'll have.
One of the things I was passed on by a teacher, and I'll pass it on to hear about magic in general, it's important to keep in mind, but magic is made up. That's not to say magic isn't real, but like somebody had to create it. Somebody had to make it up in order for magic to exist, in order for magic to work. Look at you with the bottle dance. Happy Rosh Hashanah. Love it. Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, like magic is made up. Therefore, you can devise it and you can create it to the bounds of your territory. Magic is going to be very much affected by where you live, your territory, how the land affects you, how the land spirits affect you. It's going to be affected by, what you are preconditioned to, your upbringing, your culture, right? Which is why magic looks so different depending on what culture it came from. And the last thing is it's really going to be down to your gnosis, your personal belief, because witchcraft is a craft. It's a practice. It's the same if you get initiated or if you work with a group. There's no dogma, but there is, a set of rules so the group is on the same page. But what you bring to the table is your belief, and everyone's got their own beliefs, but the practice of witchcraft is what unites all these witches from all over the world together, because it's something you do. It's a craft, right? It's a skill. You get better the more you do it. The work teaches you how to do the work. That's my soapbox. I'm getting off of it now.
No, yes.
No, I totally agree. Like, you can learn from others and figure out what they have going for them, but make it personal to you.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Chris Ashburn. I had to say, oh my God, Chris Ashburn, please go follow their channel.
Yes.
Oh my God. Like, I love them. I love their content, their whole thing, and like what they bring to the table in the pagan community as a whole, as a death midwife, is definitely worth checking out. I've never seen somebody cultivate that much work, that much training, and that much life experience into working with spirits, death work, mediumship, all of that. Anything to do with spirit congress and working with spirits, go to Chris. So I want to give them a very well-deserved plug, and I've been watching them for a long time. So it's very exciting that they're watching me. Dreams come true, kids.
Yay! Also, Chris and Raven are doing a really fun. If death scares you, you should probably work on that. But also, if it scares you, but you still want to get to know Chris and Raven are both doing a lovely show on the Fridays before this show, Drunken Divs. It's part of Witchy Weekends. It's called Double Feature Friday. And last night, they reviewed the Skeleton Key, which is one of my favorites, and there was a really good conversation between Chris and Raven and Snow the Witch, who's in the chat. She was a guest on the show last night. Y'all need to watch it. Go over there. Yeah. You should probably work on that. But it was a really good convo, and it's a more fun take to movies from a pagan and witch perspective. And it's always really fun. I was blowing up that chat last night. I was like, oh girl, I am so sorry, but it was just too good not to. It was like chef's kiss. Anyway,
it was wonderful.
It really was.
I especially loved the episode I was on.
I got a cash app from Julie Baker, this was 15 minutes ago. So thank you, Julie.
I did too. Thanks, Julie.
Oh, we have to give an honorable.
Yeah, we need to, because thanks for reminding me to look, because
Julie, I would have totally missed that.
Honorable cilantro to Julie. Uptown to the ground.
What? Are we doing it?
You guys in your tiny glasses.
I didn't get one, but whatever. We're doing it.
Cilantro. Ooh. That gave me a shiver.
Oh.
Shiver. Are we ready for the next one?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Ready.
We got 4 more.
Look ready, right?
3 or 4 more.
Ready?
I pulled.
Hey Taurus.
There's 2 I haven't starred.
We got an earth sign in the house.
I'm an earth sign.
Ooh.
Oh,
earth and air signs, personally speaking, are the best.
Once again, water signs, carve your path through the earth. I mean, what?
Okay.
Air does the same thing. It's true.
This isn't about air. This is about earth or water.
Exactly, Brianna.
Poor fire signs. All signs are welcome here. We don't sign shame much.
We don't.
No, not much.
You know what? You guys like the abuse. You like it.
And I will say, I am sorry for this reading in advance.
Uh-oh.
Oh, me too, girl. I just looked at it. Me too. Sorry in advance.
Me too.
I have opinions.
You got the Knight of Pentacles. You got the Knight of Pentacles. Let me hang on.
Okay. Well, I just drew the Taurus card, so we're just gonna.
Cool. Sweet.
Anyways, you got
That makes
self-discipline, boredom. You're feeling stuck, and you're very perfectionistic. Is that a word? It is now. Yeah, you need to take some time to self-discipline about certain things. Don't get bored with certain things. You're feeling very stuck, obviously, and you're very much a perfectionist. You need to probably stop that. Just go with the flow. Nathan, go ahead.
I got the Fool in reverse.
Nathan!
So, hesitation, no trust, worried what other people think, which is like a Taurus thing to do.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, the Taurus card.
So, like, stop. I know. I'm one of those people tonight, I guess.
I'm not even gonna read mine.
Just stop it. Have you tried not doing that? I hate it. I'm sorry. No, but seriously, like, take that leap. The Fool card is also about, like, having faith. Are you gonna fly? Like, be that baby bird. Leap off, like, you know, maybe try it.
Ethan,
You might be surprised.
they're a bull. They don't have wings. They can't fly.
Then be the bull in the china shop and just smash through everything.
Break it all.
And that may end up happening.
Ooh, okay. I'm ready to hear. I'm ready. Go. I'm ready.
There's the power. So listen.
I mean,
Listen, Taurus. Listen, Taurus. I'm talking to you. I'm gonna look at the camera so we can have like this nice intimate reader moment with the tower.
Okay.
Okay.
Make his
Taurus.
picture bigger, Nathan.
Yep. If you don't heed
wait,
this
wait,
warning,
wait.
oh, there we go. Right. If you don't
There we
heed
go.
this warning and you continue to try to be like, oh no, I'm going to make this work. Oh no, I'm going to make all this stick together. All this shit is going to come crashing down on your head with you inside it. This is important for you to understand because you have this very short period of opportunity to save yourself, to end things, to get out. But if you don't, if you continue to do what you've been doing for probably the past few months, this is like a good year to the past 4-month thing we've been trying to work, it's just going to keep collapsing on you. When someone shows you who they truly are, believe them. So believe them. Like, do it now because you've only got this much opportunity to get out while you can. Opportunity is not a friendly visitor, and it's not a visitor that comes around all that often. Gates of opportunity open and close, but they're going to close soon. So, good luck.
Run, bitch, run.
Run!
I'm just.
Sorry.
I feel like I'm like very Mr. Rogers in the sweater tonight. Hey, neighbor.
Welcome to my neighborhood.
I'm just the witch next door.
I don't even like. Okay, if opportunity comes knocking and there are gates, just bash it down. That's all I got. Like, you're a Taurus, you're a bull, just headbutt it. Opportunity comes and there's a gate in your way, knock it down.
Don't tell a Taurus.
Go for that opportunity. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know what else to say. Nathan already covered my card.
I'm sorry, bestie. I'm sorry, but it's
Can't
true.
believe you would take it from me like that.
They're so scared of what other people think. It's so
The tarot doesn't speak; she screams.
She does.
true.
She screamed loud.
Yes.
Like, just
All right. Good.
Take it
to
out.
know.
Go for that. It's a pyramid scheme.
Next.
unless it's a pyramid scheme.
Our reading's free. Could use some insight, please. If so, thanks, y'all. I think we're gonna do this as a general. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Seems like a general to me.
Because Courtney, I don't think I saw any specifics, so we're just gonna do general because we got this is 3. I think I highlighted all the last ones. I think I highlighted it. So I think we're on a good final stretch here.
I almost had to play 52 card pickup with all of my tarot cards.
78, you mean?
Do that tonight.
That'd be 78 cards.
It's just called 52 card pickup. Math doesn't count right now. Stop it.
Courtney's one of our water signs. Just
Good for
remember
her.
throwing it out there.
Yeah.
We got another water sign here. All right, Courtney. Our watery
This
weepy
one?
weepy baby. We love you.
This one's to you.
I
got
feel like if you're a water sign, you may be a Pisces, but correct me if I'm wrong.
I feel that too.
Cancer. Okay.
water
fair.
signs.
Answer. Oh, bestie.
Find a Scorpio.
I got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups.
Oh, it's all kind of that's lopsided. All right. He's feeling a little sad.
All right.
He's a little sad. He only lasts so long.
Sad game show noises. But anyways, this card represents creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity, and possibilities. If you are getting something, follow that. Go with the flow and just do your own thing. It could be advancement somehow, somewhere in your career. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. Nathan, go.
I'm gonna keep the good, level, positive vibes going because you getting a good night's sleep. You ain't stressing.
Oh, thank you, Chris.
You ain't
Thank you,
stressing.
Chris.
Cilantro.
Sleep. Good things are
Yeah,
happening. Just going. I'm checking. I'm safe. I'm safe. I am safe. So good things, good vibes. You're getting that sleep, you're doing good. Keep doing what you're doing.
What card did you pull?
No nightmares.
Because I got the 4 of Swords, very similar design in this deck.
Ooh.
You need to rest.
Ooh.
You this is the time to take a well-deserved rest, to take a
Bubba
load off
bath.
your feet. Things are probably going to be a little quieter moving forward in the next few months. For me, this really relates with just feeling bored with what we're doing, or feeling like our mundane world is a little too mundane. That's okay. That's going to fade out, but try to sleep through it. The structure and stability that will provide will get changed up sooner than later. Dun dun.
How was the day, West?
Right? I didn't get any more updates, sir. I specifically remember asking for updates. I got the Hermit.
Ooh, that's pretty though.
Right? I love it. I love this deck.
Feel opposite, haven't
This deck
slept
is best
well.
friend.
Would make sense. So time to rest. Time to try to sleep. That would all make sense.
The rune in it, Esau, remain still and take time to process.
Yeah.
Upright reflection, solitude, a profound understanding. Share your wisdom with others, solving issues. So yeah, take time, meditate, figure out what direction you want to take, and go for it. But this is the time of reflection. This is the time of figuring out what your next move will be. Just like the thinning of the veil or the witch's new year coming up. This is the time where you reflect on everything that's happened in the past and figure out what you want to do moving forward.
Right.
Ooh,
Samhain for us is it's one of the fire. It's one of the fire rituals that we do. It's like Beltane. It's all about this illumination of light and illuminescence. But with Samhain, you know, those fires are sacrificial fires as well, because it's the final harvest. So what's the last thing you harvest before you go into winter? It's your animals, right? So it's the harvest of blood, it's the harvest of meat, and those fires are a consuming force. So, you know, we use Samhain as a time to release and to shed the year of us that was before, so we can prepare to be cleansed and resilient going into the darkness for the rest of the year. Because remember, in the ancient world, it was only a 2-half year. You had the summer and the spring, you had the light half of the year, and then you had the rest of the year, the dark half of the year, the winter.
You had not so scary and scary.
Right. You had spoopy, not spoopy. So as we're getting into spoopy, use that fire energy to just purge, to, you know, and then, you know, once that's cleansed, you can dress it up. You can manifest it to be whatever you want to be, which is why we dress up on Halloween. After all, it's where that old tradition comes from of appeasing the spirits that are with us when that veil is thin.
Yes.
Well, like most things, when it starts to get colder, they tend to hibernate. They conserve energy. They pull in what they have. They hold on to it, and then they wait for the spring to open up. So collect everything, collect yourself, reflect on the year, and then by the springtime, you'll figure it out. You'll know where you need to be.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's very possible.
You can't say
I
no.
will not. I will probably say yes. So
I was gonna say, I'm in the shadows. He can't say no.
I'm the witch school guidance counselor in the Mr. Rogers sweater. It has been determined.
I love it.
Did you
Tell me about that spell that went wrong?
And how did and why did you decide to cast that?
And how did it make you feel? All right, Moon Fairy Creations. I love that.
I don't know if we're going with the theme for tonight. It kind of made me feel a little horny.
I'm into it. Pulling from the big dick deck, so I don't see why not. I'm feeling a little horny myself.
Speaking of which,
all Mark's fault. How dare you? Naughty.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm just gonna find.
Okay.
Moon Fairy.
I got the world in reversed, darling. You're seeking personal closure for something. Shortcuts. You're taking shortcuts and you're being delayed. Why are you trying to cut corners? You trying to take the easy way out of stuff? Don't do that. Just like the tortoise and the hare. Shortcuts get you. Anyways, no, but seriously, why are you trying to take shortcuts? Don't do that. Hard work's worth the payoff sometimes.
Okay.
I got this Wes, I got this deck online. It's the St. Jinx Arcana Gay Tarot. If you just search that, you'll be able to find it.
Uncensored version. There's 2 versions. You want the uncensored version.
Because, like, how else are you gonna get this?
Not by censored.
You're not.
That's cool.
Not by censored.
Oh,
Nathan,
I got the King of Cups.
Daddy.
Yeah, so like emotional daddy, creative daddy, flexible daddy.
Why are we gonna deal with emotions? Who puts emotions in this shit? Stop it.
Water like you and me, bitch. It's our fault.
I don't deal with emotions. I just.
Okay, water sign. You don't deal with emotions.
I send them on down the road.
Right.
I hide them bitches. I don't have emotions. I don't know what you're talking about. What are emotions?
You know, my favorite thing about a Scorpio is that they're the water signs who wish they were fire signs.
Those liminal bitches.
Right. I'm just
You know what? You have a creature like a freaking Scorpion that does not live in the water.
I know that doesn't make sense to me either. It's like a Scorpio.
Okay, I'm also gonna throw out there that I was born on the 20th, so I was technically born on like the cusp of Sagittarius, but we don't acknowledge Sagittarius.
You're cuspy.
We don't talk
Oh,
about
did we
that.
pull for Moon Fairy yet?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading now.
Oh, got it.
Daddy emotions.
That's right.
Yeah, that could be you, Moon Fairy. That could be somebody else. But like ebb and flow, they're gonna know like how to. I forget what Mark said in his card because it's just that late in the night. So like, if there's an issue, they're gonna know how to like.
Be gone.
As Wada does. That's all I gotta say. You go ahead, Nick. You got this.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm. Oh, all right. We got a 2 of swords upright. You have choices. Choices.
Choices are hard. Stop it. We don't like choices.
Will I cut a hoe with this or will I cut a hoe with this?
Why not use both? Why you gotta choose?
So, Moon Fairy, if you've got deadlines and if you've got choices to make them now. Make them in the next week. Don't stall. Don't procrastinate anymore because it's just going to blind you from the perspective that you need in order to specifically expand and to grow. And expansion is going to be huge for you this year. It's going to be expanding your career, and it's going to be about expanding education for yourself. And it's not specifically you learning, but you learning how to teach and then other people learning through your process. That's very specific, but just take it for what it is and it'll make sense, I promise. It always does at some point. Okay, that's all I got.
All right, I got the 9 of Wands. Sorry.
You're okay. I was cheering you.
There was too many things. All right, 9 of Wands. Make sure I read the right page. Reversed, ineffective action. Breathe. Conserve your energy. Surrender. Your resolve is being tested. The 9 of Wands represents the final push. This is the last step before something gets completed. It's time to use whatever reserve energy you have and give it everything you have. I don't get much from the imagery of this one. It's kind of dark.
What is it?
And the right side, it's the 9 of Wands. And the right side up.
Odin? Who is that?
It looks like Odin, but I can't see his other eye. They don't have it to where you can see his other eye. So it may be, it may not be. It may just be like a priest of whatever.
A Futhark priest.
Right. He may be going out in the woods to reflect, but it was upside down. So based on what it said, it being the end of the witch's year, if that's what you believe in, release all of that energy you have reserved up for the past year. Let it go. Flush it away, just like we talked about earlier. Release it. Let that energy out into the universe, the earth, what have you, and start collecting new at the end of this month. Start again. Finish what you are working towards. It says that completion is coming. So something is coming out of the woodwork or whatever you've been working toward. You're going to find that end. And then it'll be done with and you can start on something new and continue on.
December. For you, it's Moon Fairy. I get December. So just circle it on your calendar because, again, I always visualize those when it's times to move, when it's times of opportunity. I make the gate analogy, and I always get that symbol of gates open and closing. December, those gates open for you.
Winter time.
Yeah.
End of October, so maybe this will be the key to your business. Fuck yeah, it will be. Expansion. Expand that baby.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there time for a quickie? Always.
I like
Especially
the way
in this stream.
Psychics are professional psychics are basically sex workers without the sex. We basically operate with the same means.
I don't know. I would say that sometimes spiritual work is just as dirty as sex work, depending.
Oh, absolutely. And we have to sell our personalities and ourselves in the same way to connect with people. It's it's all the laws of attraction.
Yeah.
And then Kristen Vincent, I'm using the Runic Tarot. Just because she asked.
I love that deck.
I love this deck. I am so glad I found it. It was the last one where I found it. And I was like, you're coming home with me and you have no choice. Just like I clicked best friends.
There's just one thing that would make it better. Dick.
You know what? You got me.
I'm a little
it combines tarot with my runes, and I cannot love it anymore.
I'm just
what,
kidding.
Brianna? What runes? What runes?
All of them, sir.
Oh, not just mine. Not just the ones that I made you. Let's see how it is.
You know what? Yours are in there. They hid from me, sir. They're on timeout.
That ain't my fault.
She said you hid. You're done. You're done. You're done.
They're on timeout.
Anyways,
punishment.
I got, speaking of dicks, I got the Knight of Wands.
Oh,
there we go. That's better.
That's not natural at all.
Dreamtime Tarot.
Anyway,
Dreamtime Tarot, do you do readings yourself? Because I'm curious. Just saying. With a name like Dreamtime Tarot, I just want to know if she does her own readings.
This is a card of energy, action, inspired action, adventure, and impulsiveness. Something's telling me you're going to get some kind of boost of energy and you're going to ride that wave like this man on a horse. So you're going to sail straight through stuff. You're going to be very impulsive with certain things. You're going to go on an adventure and you're going to be just like Genuine.
Ride that pony.
And ride that pony.
Happy full moon.
Nathan, take it away.
I got, so should you contact this person? I got 10 of Pentacles in reversed. And I'm actually saying, like, there's some past in here. There was some squabbling. There was some arguments. So it's like, I'm actually going to say, do you think it's going to change? You should take that into consideration. Like, what does this serve you? What does this serve for you exactly? Like, what does this do for you? You know, that's all I gotta say. If you think it's worth it, go for it. But like, is it worth it? Let me work.
Let me reverse it.
I got Prince. Let's see if I can.
Oh, that's a bright one.
Oh, what is that? Bright. I can't. It's too shiny.
She's a bright.
So shiny.
There we go. That's a good
shine
view.
Bright like a diamond.
So to go off of, thinking about, for me psychically, and I get really specific, especially at this late in the night and after drinking. But I feel like this is a friend. I feel like this is a friendship that you may have business connections with, or this person may fund you or promote you or put your name out there in some way. So you rely on this friendship that has maybe become very personal to a point where it's too much. This person may be too invasive in your life. And so there's a lot of talk about like needing to separate from this, or needing to separate your specific, I don't know. Yeah. You're going to need to separate a little bit.
I'm sorry, Nathan. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Just a minute. I'm going to say this. If I do the dirty with a guy and he doesn't have a PB as big as these cards, I might mark you down for getting my hopes up for nothing.
I mean,
It's
a
not
thing.
the size, it's how you use it.
Oh, what I was gonna say. So
I'm just saying, you don't have
whoever-
to have one to make it good.
True. You only need a little
That's
bit.
true.
It like 3 inches, I think, is like how far it actually needs to go in.
We're gonna be
So.
some subtle.
But think about the worth. Give this more time. Temperance is all about patience. Temperance is all about toleration. So before you do anything, tarot lady, forget your name. Sorry.
We're drunk. Please don't mind us.
Dream Time Tarot is what I'm
Dream
being
Time
told.
Tarot.
Right?
This just needs a little bit of patience, a little bit of time before you make an absolute decision. Don't make anything too hasty right now, because this relationship is going to serve you. You just need to separate a little bit from that relationship. It's a little bit too intimate right now. Once you get some healthy distance with this friendship, I think everything will balance itself out. But don't be too hasty in being like, oh, I need to cut this person off, because I don't think you do. I think it's something that can be manageable. It just needs some time, and it needs some distance, and it needs some formality. That's not to say you need to be aggressive about it. Gabriel is very gentle, and it's very much that water energy as well. He's the archangel for us of water, of the west, of bringing in messages, of fluidity, finding the neutrality in all things. So remember that as you move forward in the next few weeks. There we go. Finally got it all out. Moving on.
Priestess Red is
She knows what she wants.
Red
She's
beast.
gonna go for it.
She's hungry. She is hungry. She is ready.
All right. I got the King of Swords.
In reverse.
He's in reverse. Yeah, he is. All right. In reverse, unsympathetic, falling on deaf ears, not taking a stand, abuse of power, passing swift judgment. Double air, intellectual power, ideals, communication plans, and laws. This was in reference to a relationship, I believe. I don't remember.
Should she reach out to this person?
Okay.
We don't know who the person is.
Not right now.
I wouldn't do it right now. Not with the way this goes. If it was right side up, look, he scaled a mountain. Look, there's mountains behind him. He's standing on top of one. Look at them eagles. I think they're eagles soaring above him. But going this way, I would not pursue it right now. Not with the frame of mind you are in at the moment. Is what I'm going to say. You want it too badly, so you're going to keep pushing, and to me that potentially has a more negative effect, or if you push things too hard, they tend to backfire. Things tend to just reflect off you and move farther away. So give it some time, let them reflect on what they need to reflect on, you reflect on what you need to reflect on, and see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Woo! She's got the spirit now. There it is.
Yes.
It's in her. It's in her.
This is going to be our last one because we have gone on longer than any other show tonight. So, yeah.
Have
Not
we
that
really?
that's a bad thing. Thank
It's
you all
'cause
for
I'm here.
hanging out. But, like, a bitch gets
Yeah.
tired. All right.
Chris.
I need some.
I always worry about reading for
Right.
people that do stuff like this for themselves and are really good at it, because I'm like, did I do it right? Am I good enough? Did I make it in? Did I make
It
the
doesn't
cut?
matter if you do it right. It doesn't matter if you do it right. Whatever comes to you, comes to you. Anyways, Chris, darling, sweetheart, I got the Ace of Wands. This is a card of inspiration, new opportunities, and growth potential. Girl, you're going to be growing from something. I don't know what it is, but you're going to be planting them seeds and you're going to be reaping what you sowing. Yep. Nathan looks like he has to fart. He said,
I apologize. I'm not trying to be
They caught me off guard.
I'm not trying to be sassy. I'm just like, listen, you're like me at this point. You ain't getting a sugar daddy. In fact, you're getting the opposite of a sugar daddy. You getting somebody who may be cheating, who may be stealing, who may be all up into shit that they don't need to be up in. So this is a person or a specific energy. The book specifically says, because I was like, let me just look into this. The book that I have says a spendthrift who cares nothing for the value of money, one who may even cheat or steal, undependable for the time being. So, like, hopefully you're going to grow away from this person. That's all I'm going to say.
Or specifically, the memory of that person.
Okay, that's a good point.
I feel like this is a memory. This is,
Yeah.
I feel like this is nostalgia that's working against you, honey.
That's a good point. Like, that feels like home. I say go with that because we ain't got time or the energy for anti-sugar daddies in this stream. That's all I gotta say.
It's good shit. So I did a double because I love Chris and I wanted to do a double for you. So I'm going to start off with your card and I'll do your charm from the curio set that I have with me. So card, booyah, we got the Chariot. So you're moving forward. We're moving fast. But this is also like, this is for me about things that we have done as far as like when a student goes to school to get a certification or to get a degree, and then they start to succeed in what they're doing, they've entered the Chariot. It's all about like finally our education, our scholarship, our intellect, it's all paid off. It's taking us where we want to go. It's taken us with the people that we want to be associating with. It's allowing us to express ourselves on the platforms and in the way that we want to always be expressing ourselves in, and to be saying what we've wanted to, be saying. So the Chariot is the embodiment of those sort of dreams coming true, if you will. And I do feel like for you, there's a lot of synchronies, or there's a lot of time frames that kind of coincide once we hit, specifically, I feel as soon as the end of March, beginning of May of this upcoming year. So end of March, beginning of May, I see a lot of those sort of plans and foundations being laid. What curio did you get? We got the Lightning Stone.
Ooh,
that's
cool. It ran away.
She's a little lightning stone. She's got a streak of lightning that kind of runs through her. And witches love this stone. Fun fact, long before crystals became a thing in like the New Age period, there were a few core crystals that witches had always been associated with, but the core of like how witches were working with gemstones and minerals were just rocks and things that you would just find that would look magical and that would have a certain vibration based on how you would source them. And so that is part of the lore of the Lightning Stone is, it's found in a place, in a liminal place, at a crossroads or at a hedge or somewhere between the worlds after a lightning storm. And it has that marking. So it's got some cool mystical, but this is all about power. This is all about reclaiming the witch blood, the power that runs in our veins as witches from the witches who have gone before us. For initiates, it takes us back to our initiation ceremony and the power that comes through that. It's very much a supercharge or almost like a rededication of well done, priestess. Now here's the next level. So I really would expect you to have some sort of like elevation on a spiritual level with one of your deities or with whatever you work with within this next year as a reward for what you've planted and what grows. Again, end of April, beginning of May of this upcoming year.
I always got it.
I always have it.
Ooh. Are you gonna cut a bitch with this one? Or are you gonna cut a bitch with this one, Brianna?
Cut him with both.
Or both. Yeah. Both.
Right? Both. It's always both.
Is she wearing a mask? In that,
what is
that?
it?
Is she wearing a mask? What is that?
She's wearing the skin of a wolf.
Oh, shapeshifter. I like it.
Right? She's gorgeous too.
Oh my God,
Okay,
sexy berserker here.
Love this deck. In love with this deck. Okay. It's the Two of Swords in the upright position. So she's not reversed. She's nothing like that. Listen to your guides. Make a choice. Defend your position. Protection. Get unstuck. The Two of Swords suggests an impasse whenever whatever transpired between the Sequoia and the figures in the trees ended in their demise. This card asks you to take a look at the situation in front of you and make a choice. Do you strike out or defend? In this case, the Sedkana appears to be defensive, as the blades they hold are flat. We cannot tell their motives because the skin hides their eyes. They may not even be aware of what is going on around them. They're in touch with their other senses, and this is how they decide in action. And then the two runes that are in it are a tear is a sign of courage, but not the body, rather of the spirit. And is an obstacle from the outside world. So something's coming up on you. It's going to test your spiritual courage, your spiritual resolve, so to speak. Defend it. Protect what you want. You can do it. You have the means, you have the resources, what you need to be able to continue on whatever path you're on. Don't let the others that are going to come out of the woodwork beat you down, is basically what I'm getting from this.
You do you, boo.
If you're present, wait, what's the saying? If your absence isn't acknowledged, neither will your presence.
Ooh.
Fuck those people.
And we love presents.
Right?
I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again for the back of the room. If your absence isn't acknowledged, neither will your presence. Take it home. You heard it here from us. Write it in your book of shadows. Meditate on it.
Yes.
Right? And if you look at it, she's not dressed in anything but a predator. So she's got the means, she's got the fear, she knows what she wants, and she knows how to take it.
I also want to point out on a folkloric witchcraft thing, if you go to both of those swords, they're in the forms with the natural life on them as stangs.
Mm-hmm.
And stangs, for folkloric witches, is the symbol and the main symbol in folkloric witchcraft, not only of like the witch's rod of power, like a staff or a wand, it does all those things, but it's the symbol of like the god of the witches with his horns reaching out and the wisdom of the universe being betwixt the horns. So stangs are very much tools of empowerment. And if you don't have a stang already, Chris, one may be gifted to you.
Ooh.
They're always like a big staff in a Y shape. That is more traditional for witches to be sighted going to the Sabbat in like trial records and stuff on stangs and pitchforks rather than brooms. Fun fact.
There you go. All right. So we are over 3.5 hours. So Nathan, self-promote.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Hi, I'm Nathan, and I am available at Witchpath Readings.
Yes, you are.
The link is in the bio, but that is me. You can go ahead and find me on all social media.
You're like Nathan over here. Have no shame in your game.
Do it.
All
Exactly.
social media links just at Witchpath Readings, all one word, and witch as in like, oh, the Wicked Witch of the West. Witchpath, get it? Witchpath Readings. It was fun. You can also contact me via email to set up an appointment at witchpathreadings@gmail.com. And I'm also on TikTok at Nathan410, but that's also a mixture of a lot of Wizard of Oz content as well. So if you're into the Wizard of Oz, that's the place for you.
Mark, you stalking? Is that what you're doing?
I did. After I found out he was our guest, I was like, I'm going to look him up on TikTok. I'm going to look him up on Facebook. I'm going to do.
It's
been a pleasure. This has been amazing. This has been so amazing.
Yes, it has.
Thank you so much for having me, all of you.
Thank you for being here. We need to have you again.
I would love to be back.
Absolutely. I want to go ahead and say a few things. So first off, for those of you who may not know, but Sabbath Social, which is a company that Ravenflower and I have started, we have a huge what do we call it? An official launch. That's the word. Event that's coming up, and we're actually celebrating tomorrow. It's the Sanderson Celebration. So if you have not checked that out, here's the link for that information in the chat now. So make sure you check that out. Also, another big thing I want to say, if y'all have not figured this out yet, Brianna is one of our permanent hosts now. So a big thing I want to say is this stuff, these t-shirts we have, they're gonna go bye-bye because new logos and stuff are coming out for the stream.
New merch.
With Brianna included.
New merch.
New merch. And it's gonna look a little different. So if you like designs like this and the other design that we have, maybe we'll be famous one day and it'll be worth money. Maybe it's just going to be a nice little collector's item.
You know what? Don't say maybe. You know you're going to be famous one day. It's
Will
coming.
Will I?
We're already a little
I
bit
hope it's
famous,
because
all
I'm
of
on
us.
trash TV.
You know what?
with
Famous
Laurie.
is famous. It doesn't matter. You're famous. If you're making that money, you're famous. It doesn't matter.
Can I be infamous?
That's better.
You know, like I was in high
Yes.
school. That was fun. That was fun. It was a fun time. Anyway, if you like these designs, make sure you get them at cunningowlcreations.com because they'll be going bye-bye soon. That's all I wanted to say. Anybody else have anything else to say?
Nope,
No?
I don't.
That's it? All right. Well, y'all make sure you check out all the links because Brianna's link, Mark's links, Nathan's links, my links, Drunken Divinations links, they're all in the descriptions. Check those out. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe, share if you're called to. And everybody message Nathan King immediately, so hopefully he'll come back.
Yeah.
Peer pressure. I mean,
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here and have a
Thank
good rest
you.
of your night. Bye.
Good night, everyone.